Who's that Pokemon? It's...
Hello, I'm Clarence Claymore.
Shut the fuck up with here.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Clarence.
Those brutal words hurt my skin.
Look, Clarence, mate, it doesn't matter how many times we get beat down. What matters is that we get the fuck up, and we keep fucking trying. You're right, Donny. Now, who the fuck are you, mate? I'm Clarence Claymore. Who the fuck are you, mate? I'm Clarence Claymore. Say it with your fucking chest. I'm Clarence Claymore. Show me what you got, mate. Take that. Fucking touch me, cunt. Fuck, mate. We got a lot of work to do.
Now fucking come over here where it's safe. That's it, mate. Come on. I knew that was gonna happen. Clarence, mate, you alright?
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Fuck, get out of there.
Fucking hell. Poor cunt.
Oh yeah, Clarence, mate, yeah, should be alright now. Yeah, mate.
Jesus.
Just hold on. Oh, no. Fucking hurly-durly. Fucking like that scene of War of the Worlds? Have you seen War of the Worlds?
Yeah.
And the lightning's just fucking constantly coming down and fucking hitting. The fucking tripods come out and they fucking start killing
You're missing
everyone.
a once-in-a-lifetime sighting here. Major lightning concert.
Hey?
You're missing the whole thing, cunt.
You seen the original War of the Worlds?
Yeah, Steve.
Clarence, I'm fucking sorry, mate. What we can do? Holy shit! Oh god! Oh. Just hang in there, mate.
It looks like he's still breathing. He's still breathing.
Sir? Sir, are you listening to me, sir? Sir, I'm talking to you. Sir, are you aware? Sir? Sir, are you listening to me, sir? Sir, I'm talking to you. Sir, are you aware?
Help.
Okay.
Investing. Don't know what to do, what it is, but I need help. I need help.
Okay, so I would recommend, so me personally, I have 1.3 million in XRP. So right now it's about $2 and something cents, but the community knows that when I know it will bump up to $10, I'm going to be basically set for life. So I would highly recommend buying XRP. Why are you crying?
What the hell did you just say?
XRP.
I couldn't even understand what X could even stand for.
It doesn't stand for anything. It's just like, XRP doesn't stand for anything like explicitly. It's just like
I'm screwed. Crypto men, come this way. Help me.
Just put money into XRP and then you're set for life.
Put my money in it.
Or just spend it all, whatever you want to do.
Well, will the IRS come after me if I, they won't come after me if I do that?
You haven't paid taxes in 2 years, so they're going to come after you anyway.
Not if I had my money in this XPR stuff. Right?
Yeah, you're right. Just do that.
I really think XRP could hit $10,000.
XRP definitely could hit $10,000. BlackRock is about to buy $9 trillion worth of XRP.
That's insane. Soulface, what do you think, bro?
Oh yeah, definitely 1,000%. XRP is about to hit $10,000, especially because of them going after the Swift banking system.
Okay, Gabe, what do you think, bro?
Without a doubt, XRP to 10 bands, and the reason is XRP has intrinsic value. Bitcoin doesn't.
Okay, Mark, what do you think?
XRP $10,000? No question.
Okay, cool. Luke, what do you think?
Absolutely. Wisdom Tree just recently filed an ETF. It's going to go berserk.
Okay, cool. Sage, what do you think, bro?
I think XRP could 100% hit $10,000 simply if they just take over the Swift banking system, which will put their market cap well over 1.2 quadrillion.
Just put in 30% of your entire portfolio into this meme coin, which is pretty much held by snipers.
Who are the snipers? Go get the snipers. Go arrest the snipers.
We don't know who they are, but they're dumping on you. Do you want to sell here, Mr. Expert, or what should we do?
What? I don't even know how to sell. I've never sold in my life.
Well, what we can do is we can monitor what the whales are doing.
What the?
If the whales are selling...
Now there's whales involved. What the hell are you talking about? Can you guys speak to me a bit on English?
Okay, so we have influencers, insiders, whales, snipers.
If we buy 5 RMs, okay, it's so much easier to move them around than art.
We can't move the money, Louis.
Papa, it's just so much simpler to be buying watches as opposed to art pieces.
Watches, art. I don't understand what you are saying.
We're
Louis,
talking about the putain money laundering issue that
money laundering. Louis, we are not a drug cartel. We don't do money laundering.
No, I know money. I meant tax avoidance.
Tax avoidance. Ah, man, ça va. Okay. Buy the watches. Okay, I didn't know what you meant. Why you don't say what you mean?
Do something called investing. This started with Papa John's Pizza years ago. He dropped the N-bomb years ago, and the stock of Papa John's plummeted on pure emotion. People are like, oh, it's terrible. People still like the pizza. The fundamentals didn't change. So I just bought the out of the stock. 2 days later, it was right back where it was.
Ooh, that's a smart move.
And I call it investing because of that. So I look for these emotional drops in stock. So the other day with the Cracker Barrel thing, it's like no one really gives a shit about the rebranding. So the stock plummeted.
So
I jumped money in 2 days. It wasn't a big hit, but $2,000 in 2 days. I pulled out. It went back down. I'm like, fine. Investing works, people.
It's socially, what you just said was abhorrent, but fiscally wise.
Yes, I'm fiscally racist.
Pretty wise.
I'm very
If you don't have a fat ass by 2026, if you're like this, you're going to be chopped. You're going to be the first to be chopped. And
Hey, it's okay.
some of my best friends are like this. Some of my best friends. So you just have to love them while they're here.
Giddy up, nigga! The West was wide, but they was wider.
Welcome to the town of Lodestone, where the dust never settles and neither do the bellies. At the center of town, Sheriff Gravy Duke and his deputy Biggs McGraw. But Lodestone wasn't safe. From the Badlands came Slim Jim the Drifter, the only outlaw whose hat weighed more than he did. Behind him rode the No Flavor Gang, a pack of kale-eating desperados who pissed seltzer and spit almond milk. Their mission, to choke Lodestone dry, turn the saloon's ribs into low-cal jerky, and sell them to the railroad barons of the East. But then the saloon doors creaked, boot steps heavy. The crowd whispered, Belly Wayne, the hefty stranger.
Still hungry, stranger?
Always, he said. Wayne and Jim used to ride together, robbing stagecoaches, trains, and banks. But now, sworn enemies after Slim Jim overcooked his steak and turned the whole gang onto a strict vegan diet. Unfinished business. The streets cleared at high noon. They draw, Belly Wayne victorious with a rack of ribs under his poncho. And that day Lodestone learned, the gut had grit after all. Justice wasn't fast, it was heavy. Hey yo, shut the fuck up. It's fat nigga season.
Good afternoon.
Imagine selling now. Honestly, man. Fucking imagine it. Looking at your fucking kids in the eyes and being like, you know what? I'm real sorry, my youths. Daddy fucking went and got a sex change. You know what I mean? No more big dick. Daddy got a fat pussy now, okay? You're a fucking weakling. Fuck that, man. I can't look my children in the eyes knowing that daddy fucking sold on dumps. On fucking dumps, man. You fucking idiots. Who the fuck is selling? I don't know anyone selling. My team ain't selling. I know bag hunters ain't fucking selling. Gem hunters ain't selling. So who the fuck is selling? Michael Saylor buying. Grayscale buying. Elon Musk on the Tesla cash flow fund is buying. So who the fuck is selling? I tell you who's selling. Little weekend pussios that didn't even fucking want to be in this game anyway. Didn't understand it. I'm in it for the tech. Fuck off, mate. You ain't.
Nobody knows about that fucking degenerate life when you're fucking down 40,000 and you battle the fuck back. You say, you know what? You know what? I'm a fucking strong, independent man. And you're not gonna tell me I should go to bed. I'm gonna battle the fuck back. And I'm gonna fucking get my money back. And guess what? I got my motherfucking money back. That's right.
But when you go all in on something, I would say that does take conviction. Now, your conviction might be
How many
coming from
chairs are you
first
sitting on
principles.
right now?
One.
Are you all in on the chair? The point really is you put on one pair of glasses. You've got one pair of AirPods right now. You're looking at me through one screen. You're using one microphone. That's a one microphone. Like, you trust it? Is that conviction? Seems kind of scary. Why don't you diversify? Why don't you use 10 microphones? The point really is things in your life. Do you drive in 10 cars at the same time or one car at one time? Do you drive down one street? Aren't you afraid that you're driving down one street? Do you take a different way? You know? So my point really is, if you're you get on one airplane, are you convicted? You put your entire family on the one airplane, aren't you afraid? Asset. Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best, okay? But take all your money, buy Bitcoin. Then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business that's in your family for 37 years and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on.
And we're live. Welcome you guys to Moongang 189, $27,000 Ethereum.
Done. Oh yeah. Don't we have that noise here?
We have it. We have it somewhere.
Oh, I have that.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
27K.
27K, but something that is giving us $27,000.
nobody.
Nobody sausage.
Nobody's crying about nobody sausage right now.
Yeah, nobody's going to
all-time
highs.
All-time highs, ladies and gentlemen. That chart looks beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's going really, really good. Where's it at right now? Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
It is at 86 million market cap, 99.1 cents. Sure. Yeah.
Look at that chart.
Oh yeah, nice breakout here. Nice breakout. And yeah, it's gonna go higher. It looks like so.
Yeah, uncharted territory right now.
Uncharted territory.
Uncharted.
I see what you did there.
We should have called the stream Uncharted.
Uncharted territory.
That's kind of cool.
Actually, not a bad episode
Cool
name. We
name.
could always change that on the back end.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like this is kind of like a little bright spot in the crypto space for right now because man, oh man, is Bitcoin boring as shit right now.
Yeah,
so boring. Like,
it's not even kangarooing. We're just
it's just literally sitting there. It's just like it's one of those things where it's like Bitcoin, come on, do something meme, which makes me think Monday or Tuesday, when the traditional markets open back up again and everything, we're probably going to get some real good volatility. And Bitcoin right now is weak as long as it's under the 111-day moving average at least. But if we break back below 107, then we're pretty much dumping all the way until a rate cut. So we got 10 more days until the rate cuts. I think we got 4 more days until we get the next CPI print.
Inflation's going down. Actually, it's below 2 now.
Is it now?
Yeah, at least the most recent one that I saw.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I think like if I go to U.S. inflation,
USSR.
U.S. inflation rate for year on year. The last one was 2.7. So getting below 3, getting into the 2 range. And I think the 200 day, or no, is this the day or the week? I think I need to go to the week.
I don't know.
I think, it actually is the same because it's only once a month, right?
Only once a month, yeah.
Basically here, you got support at the 200 moving average, which is 2.4. So like, how would you know what's a win for the Fed? Basically, if we got below this 2.4 range, then the Fed would basically be open to probably being more loose with cuts and bigger cuts and stuff like that because they're not so scared about inflation coming back. But like we've said before, if they get back above, especially this 4 or 3.5, 3.6 range, this highest area right here, if it gets back above there, then it can kind of get out of hand a little bit out of control, right?
Do you know what you can legally do now as an American citizen?
No, what's that?
You can legally use Polymarket now.
Oh yeah, of course. There's what do you call it?
And the sports betting side, I think.
I think all the Polymarket stuff, but like what do you call it? There's a couple of the casinos here in Vegas that were getting pretty pissed about it actually on Twitter.
I'm just shocked they just don't like straight up buy them or like do a quarter, like, hey, we'll buy 25%, just have a big like
you know what I was saying on my stream when that news came out? I was saying something like, well, me and you have a good idea of like in a casino have like a crypto corner where you have your 20 different screens where people can kind of like, hey, I'm going to rent this screen for an hour to do some degen trading or whatever.
The OTC, me.
Yeah,
in the corner.
Hey,
hey.
That might be useful for some of the casinos too, right? But there's a bunch of stuff you could do if you were creative with it. But I think the casinos are just so used to like doing the same thing over and over again. If they see anything like Polymarket, which is like a big, what do you call it? Like disruption to their business, like they're gonna die. But I think it was the Pawn Stars guy. I forgot the guy.
Oh, Rick.
Yeah, Rick. Yeah. He was on I think Fox News or something the other day, and he was like, if these casinos don't evolve, they will die or they'll sell off to another hedge fund. Basically,
do you know what they're talking about doing right now? So they're starting to experiment with like they're trying to get rid of table games and going all digital.
Yeah, I think was it Resorts Worlds that's going to be the first one, or if there was some casino that was going to go all like digital in terms of like their dealers were going to be basically machines. Forgot what maybe it was downtown.
I think it had to be downtown,
somewhere downtown,
because there's like a weird casino. What casino?
Some like lesser known that we
Four Queens.
Yeah, it was something like that, right? Yeah. Like on the Fremont or something.
Yeah, I was going to go all digital. Well, a lot of so here's the thing: they're borrowing the thing from where Europe. A lot of actually, as a matter of fact, a lot of the casinos that like Tate supposedly owned or may still owned and stuff, they're all pretty much all digital. They're all just slot machines effectively. Right. And here's the annoying thing about. I mean, sorry, we're going off a little bit of a tangent here, but like But one of the annoying things about having, digital, like let's just say blackjack or anything like that, is that they're put under the same laws as slot machines. So I could be on the roulette table, win 10 grand. I don't have a form for taxes on it,
right?
And you could slowly like cash out here and there, or do whatever you want to do with the chips, right? But if let's just say you hit 10,000 on the slot machine, boom, right away you got a W-2 and you got to pay money for it and stuff like that. And then especially with like the new laws in January, with like they're increasing the cash limit to 2,000, but they're adding like a 10% skim. I don't know. A lot of the slot channels are talking about
gamblers.
Yeah, that one's gonna.
Yeah, that's a swift kick to the balls. So like, I think that one will get repealed backwards, but it's going to take the casinos to be kind of like, what do you call it, talking with Washington or being kind of squeaky with Washington a good chunk. But yeah, no, Vegas, I mean, it's doing fine in general. But yeah, even on like Friday and Saturday nights, sometimes now, like there'll be some restaurants you're like, damn, they have like more staff than people at the actual restaurant. And it'll be a good restaurant too.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, wow, it's kind of surprising, but yeah.
I mean, hey, the truth is like the machine, less people playing, the slots are tighter. So
yeah,
that's what it is. Now table games, it's still the same odds, but like,
yeah, technically speaking, technically speaking, but we have our suspicions.
I've seen a little bouncy, a little bit,
right? It's like, what? How's that? Well, like, it's even weirder when the dice don't bounce, right? They just like,
what the
I'm like,
fuck?
Like, what the hell just happened? Like straight 7, boom.
Yeah,
but
taxes are gay. Yes,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's something we got.
Fremont Golden Nugget. They're replacing the dancers with AI. Even the hookers are losing money.
The Circa, right?
The Sapphire is about to be it's about to be a fucking Sapphire LED tables.
Dude, they get like fucking like, what do you call it? Like robots and stuff.
Yeah, Kyle, do you remember Mass Effect and stuff? Like they had no, never mind. It wasn't Mass Effect. It was some other sci-fi game where like it literally was like it was like a strip club, but it was all basically like almost like hologram strippers and stuff like that.
No, I think that is Mass Effect.
Is it Mass Effect? No, they had the Asari dancing.
Yeah,
they had the Asari.
Okay. They didn't have that in Ready Player One.
No, they did actually. Yeah, but except it was like instead of holograms, it was like actual people like change their skin up. So you had like it showed like a fat lady in a trailer park, and like she was dancing like a stripper and stuff when she was fat as fuck.
It'd be even better if it was like some dude at a trailer park dancing like some.
Hey, we know where it's going. It's going toward trailer parks, so we're gonna own trailer parks. Trailer park boys.
True, right? But yeah,
Mass Effect's a great game.
This is what happens when there's nothing happening with Bitcoin. It's just like, I mean, I would say Bitcoin's sitting there doing well. Ethereum's kind of chilling, but there's more inflows into Ethereum's ETF than into Bitcoin's. In August, at least, right? Ethereum's was positive, Bitcoin's was not. But and Solana's holding up pretty well. But everything's just kind of chilling. Like there's not really too much.
I understand the boringness, but I don't understand the crying. And
it's just because people are getting. I think people are starting to get freak out. Like, Bitcoin might not hit more than 125K ever. And they start freaking out when they think it might be over.
And I know who started it. Who really started? Now we've always gotten little tips, like little pricks of like stuff like this. But my main man Bob Lazar has been like he's been doing some interesting tweets, right? But one of them has been like, if you've been in crypto and you have most of your money in crypto, you should start to diversify and have assets outside of crypto, which is not terrible advice, of course.
No, yeah,
but
it's also timing. A good hedge when you're a public figure, right?
Right. But at the same time, too, like if you don't have money, like this is all you have anyway. This is you have to be all in on something in order to really build anything up at all.
Well, that's like who's your audience,
right?
So like I think for Bob Lucas, a lot of the stuff that he is talking to is more like the way he talks is people who actually are going to listen, right? So
which we don't. So
most retail does not. So like they hear what they want to hear, right? But I would say he talks about. I would say his message is more geared towards like accredited investors usually. Yeah. Or people coming towards
but
that
he goes
level.
viral. That's so he's like his core is that. But then when he goes viral, they're like, crypto Twitter tells me to pay attention to this guy, and he's saying this. Oh, whoa! Yeah, well, and that's where things get like
crypto Twitter is, as we know, is a huge cacophony of just like people copying each other. I mean, Probably the most interesting thing that's happened on crypto Twitter over the last week was Ben Cohen versus Litecoin, to be honest.
Ooh, I waited. I didn't say
good.
I waited for Moongang. I wanted to talk about
that. That was pretty good. I almost put one on my memes on Friday, but I totally forgot.
Litecoin intern out here of MVP, dude. Holy shit.
Should we just pull up a few?
Yeah, let's.
I got a few.
Let's peruse. Let's peruse.
All right. We'll see which ones you saved. We'll see which ones I saved. But who would you say? Because I know you're biased to Litecoin, but would you say Litecoin or Ben Cohen won the debate? I kind of am leaning like Ben Cohen ratioed him on the likes, but they do. He does have more followers than Litecoin, right?
Well, the Litecoin account has a millions. I don't know how much Ben Cohen have, like 300
on Twitter, probably, yeah. But on YouTube, he's got over 1 million.
Oh yeah. So I mean, but like he's a lot more active and stuff. Obviously, like I mean, let's not. I mean, a lot of those million followers are from 17. Let's not kid ourselves.
No, he started in 19.
No. I'm talking about
Litecoin. No, they have a lot in the 2010s. Is just kind of like for sure a lot of followers.
Do you know how many people I knew that got Litecoin tattoos in 17 and 18?
Oh, at least they didn't get Dash.
Yeah,
they didn't get Dash, bro.
I've seen a Dash one.
I know. I've seen it.
I had a Litecoin conference. I've seen a Dash.
Oh, real one in life? In real life in the wild? Oh shit.
There's some of these like I didn't even know this was a thing, but there was these guys. They almost look homeless, but like they would travel from like event to event to all these coins and stuff, and they like dudes had like sleeves of like every like low. It's a joke now, but they would have Monero, they have Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dash, they have like Neo, like dude, everything. There's some vibranium tattoo out here somewhere in this world.
Yeah, right. Probably an RSR one too.
RSR, yeah. Every man's allowed one stupid tattoo.
XPR.
All right, I got a couple of the Ben Cohen ones.
Okay, go for it.
Want me to pull it up?
Hold on a second.
Gold.
This one was what? Yeah, you can pull this one up.
Whoa, wait.
I think
there we go.
So Litecoin says, prove traders wrong, been there, done that.
that.
And this is already they're going in
Yeah,
a little bit. Like, I mean, whatever. It's just a plan where it's not even that big of a deal, right? And Ben Cohen's like, Litecoin, the only cryptocurrency to get ratioed on and off the charts. That was pretty good. I like that one.
I lost my hair trying to convince Litecoiners to convert to Bitcoin, a small price to pay for the greater good. Your head reminds me of the Great Recession.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good. Your market cap reminds me of the Great Recession.
Okay, good, sort of good comeback. I mean, but it's not as
it's not as strong on that one. Like they got him on that one. That was a good singer.
God damn, dude. Oh, that's so funny. This has been a joy to watch.
This is the same one, I guess. And he says, always ahead of the game, sir. Was there one more?
Yeah, I think the original one or something like that. Like
this one was somebody retweeted. Oh yeah, this is the original one, right? Litecoin said, I say the quiet parts out loud, but we all should, right? And then I think,
Dash.
Yeah, Ben Cohen had two responses to this one. The quiet part out loud that Ben Cohen tweeted was, you're down against Bitcoin like 99%, something like that, right? But what does Dash say? Price chart instantly means you've lost the argument.
Dash down 99% against Litecoin. Why don't you sit this one out?
That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
And then I like this one from Pudgy, just, when Pudgy hits a buck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take it off screen now.
But
yeah, no, those are some pretty good ones. There was more of them too from the Ben Cohen beef with Litecoin. But hey, I was like, a good old, what do you call it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. That was a really good one.
God. I'm going to share right now. Jesus, dude. But like, whew. I mean,
I would say it's just,
the quiet part. And this is an older photo of him too.
Is it?
Dude, yeah, he's been having the same photo forever. Like,
yeah, I mean, he looks the same too.
I know.
Yeah,
he looked better in person.
Yeah,
but like you could it was kind of weird. He just had like these two bodyguards around him while he was sitting. It was very like that way. None of us. It was kind of strange. Nobody really got to talk to him really.
Yeah, well, it was funny. Like
he didn't want to. It's like he threw some party to meet and greet people and started to talk to everybody, and then he didn't want to meet anybody at all.
No, a couple of these guys don't really like that. Like what do you call it? When they had the Bitcoin conference here, I think it was
here. Okay, yeah.
Justin Sun had bought out the
the Zook.
No, the one at the Caesars. What's that one called?
Omnia.
So he bought out Omnia, right? And it was like if you find some of these crypto events or whatever, like you can find free tickets and stuff like that. So I just went to the thing, right? And I was like, okay, Omnia taken over by crypto bros. Like, how is it, right? I mean, it wasn't terrible, but like it wasn't like there wasn't really much going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I saw Ben Cohen with what's the Altcoin Daily guys?
Yeah.
They were sitting together, but then like they were pretty much as far away from everybody else as possible. Just like, I mean, if you're gonna even come to the event, like why even go to an event or like host an event like that one in Miami if you're not gonna be, you know, talking to people really? Because it's like,
yeah,
I get it. There's some people that treat them weird because like of who they are, but really should be like not.
But like the Litecoin. I mean the Litecoin twins. I'm sorry, the altcoin twins. Don't have much beef. Like don't have any beef. Like really, like they make videos. They great videos, great content. They're good dudes. But the thing is nobody's got like generational hate. It's possible that maybe Justin Sun has fucked someone over.
Possible.
Charlie, these are allegations, Master. Allegations.
Possible.
And like, you know, you never know. So I'm like, you know,
yeah.
You know, you never know.
Hey, I mean, it's at Caesars, right?
Right.
It's
at
Caesars.
You can take my screen down, Kyle.
Gotcha.
But really funny.
Yeah, no, I always think it's kind of funny the people like in crypto influencer groups and stuff, because some of them are super, super cool, and then some of them are kind of like a little standoffish, right?
Yeah.
But
oh, I forgot. Kyle, put my screen back up. Look at this right here. I don't know if you heard about this, right? So this happened, I believe, September. So maybe this officially happened September 4th.
Okay.
So Meek Mill's got accepted the Y Combinator for his AI startup. He got $100 million valuation 2 days after. So on the next day after this, right? On September 5th, he was bought at, basically he was bought out by Google for $1 billion.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he must have actually had something.
He may have actually had something.
Well,
but it was so funny watching Gainesy and watching some of the guys. He's like, what the fuck is happening? And then and then I started going through this whole thing of like, New York's winning right now. Think about this. Now, obviously, GG says next year rats are going to get fucked pretty hard because New York's a rat city.
State?
Yeah,
okay.
Rats. Yeah,
makes sense. I mean, look at the fucking trenches of New York City. Good God,
it's pretty bad. Yeah,
like
don't go to New York.
Literally shit in the gutter. But hey.
But check this out. So literally P. Diddy, because all these guys are aligned. Like the guys I'm about to talk, like Diddy gets out of jail. I mean, like he pays a fine or whatever like that. If worst case, he's going to do like no time basically,
right,
and be out. That's a W. And he's the diddler in the streets with all his money. That's a W.
Right.
Then next,
not a big W for him actually.
Next, French Montana, mac and cheese. He's marrying the princess. I mean, he's engaged to the princess of Dubai.
Who?
French Montana rapper.
Oh,
yeah. He's a part of like the whole like
New York
rap scene, but he's really allied with like P. Diddy back in the day and like them, and you know.
And now he's got Dubai money.
Yeah, Dubai. Well, he comes from some money already, Moroccan money.
Oh,
like,
he's not.
Yeah, he was a rapper and stuff like that, but like
but
his family, there's some family
foreign
stuff saying that he's had some money from the past, but like now you know he's gonna marry the princess of Dubai. So hey, he's now technically gonna be a prince.
You're telling me P. Diddy is gonna be better at money laundering than Sam Bankman-Fried?
Yes.
Yeah.
Over the long run.
Yeah, French Montana's Moroccan. I know. Then next, Meek Mills gets $1 billion. What kind of run are we going on right here?
Randomness.
But it's like all these New York. It's almost like
Meek Mill is. He's from Philadelphia.
He's Philadelphia, but he's Dream But he was signed to Diddy.
Oh, okay.
And there was a whole thing.
What's
where,
he doing with AI stuff in it? Because like you have to be working for that for like the last 3 years to have something to sell.
So I shouldn't know all this shit, but I guess it's important now. But like Meek Mill used to date Nicki Minaj and stuff, and he got into a big Drake beef, which he lost very badly. It was pretty terrible. Most people thought it was going to be the other way around, and no, Drake fucking just destroyed him. And then from there, he was hanging out with Diddy a lot and stuff, and he was in the pool, and he just looked like they were into doing gay shit. It literally looked so strange. And then when all this Diddy stuff started going down with Meek Mill, he was like, why is everyone looking at me weird? Like something happened to me.
Yeah,
bro. And he was like acting all innocent all throughout it and stuff. But like, shout out to him. $1 billion for me. I mean, hopefully he owned a quarter, at least 20% of that. But hey, that's a fucking come up. But it's insane. Like so I'm wondering who else from New York is next. I mean, it's fucking fat. But I almost think was that a payoff for like the distraction of the whole Diddy stuff?
Well, Jennifer Lopez never ended up getting caught up in it.
Yeah.
And
she was real instrumental with.
I mean, she was in the fucking eye of the storm. There's no way.
Some say she's still there,
right? Like, There's no way in hell she doesn't know some dirt on that. You know, and I think, what do you call it? Like Ben Affleck like broke up with her after the FBI raided her like house or something. Or after Diddy's house. They got like a tip off or something.
He looks so like Ben Affleck. Like someone saw a picture of him smiling after he left. Like after he was doing.
Oh, he's probably happy as fuck. He's probably happiest man on earth. He was probably like, you know, that tail was okay for a while, but he's like, it ran its course a long time ago.
What is that? What is that thing? No matter how pretty the girl, there's some dude sick of her shit.
Yeah, exactly right.
So true. I've had
same with a lot of dudes too.
Yeah,
but
but you know that's kind of what's going on in the world. But like, but it is the reason I'm even remembering it. It's just like I notice things. If I'm just connecting, so maybe if it was not a psyop, I think this stuff really happened. But like, hey, we're gonna embarrass you. We're suspicious.
It's suspicious as fuck.
Suspicious. And then also too, the Cassie that got divorced from Diddy and stuff like that. Cassie I think was asking for like $80 million, and Diddy gave her like $200 million, and she flamed him out and all this stuff. So like, but she got it so early that I almost wondered if like, hey, you're gonna divorce me, you're gonna do all this stuff. This is gonna be the whole fucking charade. I know this is already going into craziness, but like, what if so you're gonna get the money now, and spend the next 2-3 years enjoying the money, but also putting in places so you know you're secure.
Right.
And then we're gonna do this entire elaborate thing. Because she was in court, legitimately saying,
if I was gonna go tinfoil hat, right?
Yes. Yeah.
The Diddy stuff seemed like a big enough, like I don't know, what do you want to call it? Like just
distraction.
Yeah, distraction is probably the best word for it. But big enough distraction to basically take a lot of wind and attention away from the Epstein stuff, because everybody was like
on them. He was on them. He was on them.
Before that, everybody was on him, and then all of a sudden Diddy stuff comes out. People are like, yeah, okay, maybe I'll pay attention to this, right? So
yeah,
Doge is flying. Is it every time somebody in the chat says coins pumping, it's like not moving like 2%? But
it's not at all.
What's Doge doing today? Is it moving?
Let me guess.
Probably like 22 cents.
24.
Find out.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Not yet. 23 cents.
God damn it.
I said 22, you said 24. It's actually 23.
God damn it, Doug.
Doge ain't doing shit. But what do you call it? Yeah. It's still holding its buy signal. So, yeah. I mean, if it crosses, what's that? 29 cents again on a weekly close, it'll get pumping. But otherwise, it's just chilling.
You know where we were buying Dogecoin?
Huh?
You know where we were buying Dogecoin? 6 cents.
Yeah.
It's up 10.
Dogecoin's been a play for a while here.
Yeah, don't fund my backs, Charlie. There you go. No, we're not funding, but it's like, God damn, I've never seen such green charts in my life. It's like nothing, dude. Come on, you guys.
Baby dick candle.
Damn, you ever seen that fat dude sitting down? It's like, damn, my post doing numbers. It's like 2 likes.
Right. It's like us on Twitter.
But share my screen, Kyle, real quick.
Yeah.
So everyone's going, holy fuck, holy Batman. Have you seen where Richard Hart's been tweeting, right? So obviously this is a good tweet.
He's brought out some interesting stuff recently.
Yeah. They yelled scam at Hex to 10,000. I wonder if they'll do it again. Okay, good. I like finally some fucking bravado a little bit, right? And then
it'd be nice to see a stream more than once a quarter, or
more than once a year. Yeah. Pulse chain's so vastly superior to Ethereum L2s, it's insane, but people are too stupid to listen. Look at Starknet is dog shit. Women led to horse shit. Down for hours, dropping transactions. Had a down pitiful. I remember when one of their dumbass advisors told me Pulse chain would be unreliable. They were wrong, and their chain was down. Yeah. It is true though. I mean, Starknet is pretty.
And it is. It is. They are trying to. I think there was a news article last week. They were trying to promote Starknet and stuff like that a little bit. So,
the thing is, so there was a tweet so there's something I talked about yesterday about so in the courses as well as in the cash out course we had talked about why a lot of them, why Ethereum is so good, why Ethereum's going up. And one of the cases was a lot of the stable coins from governments and corporations are building up on one of my main arguments against XRP, not in a bad way, but against XRP has been why would I basically give my keys to my kingdom of my business to XRP versus I just build my own thing or build it on Ethereum?
There's actually been actual people from Wall Street who said
the same thing. But we said it first. So
we did actually.
We actually did. Yeah. But so these are some this shit this is where I feel where Richard is super smart, great, but like this tweet's funny. Like, oh look, what costs $15 at Staples, dog. Okay, now because he's like these things cost $1 because someone found like I guess you could buy a ton of them on bulk for maybe $1, but like there's shipping and it's not as cheap as it looks. You have to buy a lot. You have to buy a lot of them. It's funny how people talk about stuff being a couple bucks, but then forget it's $15 of shipping or something. LOL. It's funny how people don't know how to do math. Math works like $10 million to one person or $1 million. Okay, enough of that. All right. Why are ads? Why y'all ads be like this? Buy now. If you don't, Hex will buy. That'll be one of the best ads I've seen.
We'll do it. No.
That might actually be one of the best ads I've seen in a long time. If you don't buy Hex, Pulse Chain will kill this dog.
Yeah, I don't know. You might get some traction with that, but
that was really fun. I actually hadn't seen that. That's so funny, dude. But like, yeah, this is the device. It's kind of an etch a sketch. It's going to play a video and stuff. You can draw stuff on it.
Yeah.
People are just now started. Some people are just now starting to get the actual,
device.
The devices now. I think of course, Scotty. But let's see. I think I just retweeted this recently. Electronic LCD tablet enclosed, local postcode customer. I've sent you this valuable item so that you, like us, will learn something about free and open technology like Ethereum, which was 30 cents in 2014 and now is nearly $5,000 in 2025. Newer projects that improve on with higher speeds, lower fees, scarcer burns. You're one of the first people in the world to receive this device, along with other shipping. And then, of course, important for educational purposes only, not investment or legal or tax advice. Yes.
But where it says like Paul, you could send like Paul's donations or whatever on it. I'm like, what? That's kind of a weird sentence. Besides that, it was fine.
Yeah, it should be interesting. But like, scams are forever. This time, a mass email shill scam using dollar store gadget to trick people into buying Hex and Pulse Chain. I said that this is going to be how it was going to be received, which is absolutely.
Anything Hex and Pulse Chain does is going to be received like that.
But you can take
it's kind of like when Jamie Dimon was bearish on Bitcoin. He was like, "I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear," and then once Bitcoin got past like $5,000-$10,000, he's like, "I'm going to stop talking about it now." Like, he didn't admit he's wrong. He didn't say anything else. He just said, "I'm going to stop talking about it now." So like, that's kind of how people in crypto would be if Pulse Chain starts doing pretty well and everything. People think, "Oh, it's a scam." And then once it's doing really well, they're like, "We're just going to stop talking about that."
Yeah.
You know, which they always kind of blacklisted in that way. But yeah. What do we got for super chats? I think we got one super chat waiting in the wings. What do we got? So Real You with the $9.99 says, if you got handed $80K, where would you put it? Would you leave it in a high yield savings account or go all in on plays? If so, what would be your play, factoring in risk? Play Inc, DevC, or no Pulse Chain to maximize returns?
Depends age. I mean, I'm guessing it's kind of young.
There's no high yield savings account. I'd rather just buy Ethereum and then get yield on that through like Rocket Pool or something, right? If you're going to do that. But I mean, a good chunk of that in ETH is not a bad play right now. ETH is undervalued, I think. Remember in the Citadel a long time ago, we were talking about in the crypto mindset course. We were like, if the top of the Citadel is like 1,000 or 10,000 Bitcoin,
right?
What would it be for Ethereum? It's basically we add a zero.
Yeah.
So Ethereum on average should be about 10% of Bitcoin usually. Right. Which right now would be about $11,000, which probably is where Ethereum should be if it was having a normal cycle.
Yeah.
And so since we know it's that undervalued, and if Bitcoin does, let's say, go to 200K, then Ethereum's value should be 20K. I mean, here we're talking about it going to 27K today.
Yes.
On the title, but
unironically either.
Partially, yeah. and like as a possibility, right? We can talk about that possibility.
No
but
certainty.
Like, knowing that Ethereum's that undervalued and it has a narrative once money printing starts to happen, I think getting into that 11K area by the end of this cycle is not going to be an overly difficult target. So right now with it, it's like 4,600, 4,300, something like that. That's a good 2.5, 3x, something like that on a pretty stable coin. So if you're putting in if you're putting in high 5 figures, close to 6 figures, you got to get a good chunk into something like that.
I mean, you can play it super safe, just like let Ethereum kind of let it double, then
and
just take
it's
it out.
undervalued.
Yeah, you can, I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you can always, if that's really some like you got to hand it 80K and it's a lot of money, which 80K is a lot of money for most people.
It's kind of like that N guy investing at the beginning of the stream, right?
Yeah,
he was like Papa John's. You know, it went down. Got to buy the value. It's the same with Ethereum. It's down. You got to buy the value.
Yeah, you put an ETH, or you can do a Solana play, which is pretty safe.
Solana's super safe too.
Yeah, there's an ETF coming out for it. And like, you know, we're at the very least going to get like an 8K Ethereum at the most bearish top, right? So like turn that to 160, chill on that for a little bit, and then wait for real low prices at some other side. If you're trying to be super, super careful with it, because like,
well, you got to be careful with some of it, right?
With some of it,
it's a decent sized.
Yeah, or like it doubles, just take out your principal, and then you're playing with like casino chips, even though casino chips is real money.
But, and it seems like they're pretty much in on Pulse Chain and stuff like that. So the play on Pulse Chain would just whenever people are crying the most because price is dumping, you know, buy some more PulseX, right?
Yeah. My rule for the casino is to lose less than an Ethereum.
That's a good rule.
In the future, it's like I try to lose less than 2 Solana. It's like next cycle, like Solana is like a couple grand or a grand or something like that. It's like, yeah, I just
on the next cycle, Litecoin now.
Yeah, like I've got some bags of Litecoin. I still do. I sold all my KSM into fucking Litecoin at a good price.
Hey,
I'm
bad.
all right.
Not bad.
You gotta remember those $20
What's $20?
at 240.
Yeah. I was trying to get Kyle to invest back in the day.
Yeah.
So like we bought like $20 of Litecoin at $2 or like 20. Was it $200?
$200. Yeah, 200. I think it was
$200. Yeah.
$200 Litecoin.
Yeah. But we took profits on it, but like it was like, well, no, you know, it's like fucking no money.
Yeah.
But
It was
like
fun though. Yeah, it's kind of like, what do you call it? Right now, the only plays until Bitcoin starts making a major move is really just a meme coin here, a meme coin there.
Yeah.
Right? Because like nobody's pumping a day. Bert was pumping before,
and
other stuff was pumping.
And this is why I've been saying, share my screen, Kyle, for once. Yep. Oh, am I sharing the whole thing or just?
I think you're doing just that.
Let me share the whole thing. Wait 1 second.
Road to 27K.
Okay, and here we go. Yeah. So like Solana right now is let me go scroll up. Solana right is like 207, right? So
Nice.
one of the reasons I said that's, you know, the like we're gonna start seeing the beginning of like what some guys will early on Twitter will start calling like the beginning of alt season on Solana. It's once we can sustain above $220. $220 to 240. That's the range right there where like there's enough for. We're starting to see it on some of the most hype stuff. So Bert, there's exchange listings happening with Bert very soon. There's nobody's kind of getting sort of like a penguin play a little bit. Like I've been saying, it's like that nobody has like very large accounts. There's kind of marketing towards it. Marketing is extremely important. That's why they're doing it on Pulse Chain. Even if you laugh at it or whatever, it's doing more than most chains are doing at all. Realistically, you know, at most what a chain's doing is like, let's throw a conference. Or like let's sponsor a conference. Which, you know, it's important to be out there and stuff because like I have gone to conferences and seen stuff, but like I'm actively going to go look for stuff versus like, oh, what's this? You know, like I mean, one of the easiest thing might be just to fucking like I think conferences. This is so ridiculous. What a coin should do probably. This is some good marketing. Is literally go to like a conference of Uber drivers and fucking. I'm fucking telling you.
That's actually not a terrible idea.
Think about it. How many
that might be better than the tablets,
dude. I'm telling you, dude.
Should have just bribed a bunch of Uber drivers to talk about.
Do all the big cities, and just like, oh yeah, I'm investing in this coin called Pulse Chain. He's like, I'm a crypto guy, like, and just like my Uber guy told me, like, do you know how many stories we've been having over the years of Uber people telling us shit?
Yeah. That's a great idea.
There was like a story of an Uber guy that like writes down every coin that someone recommends him. So he's like, oh yeah, I have a book. Guy pulled out a little book or a little like notebook, and he had like a list of coins people recommended for him to buy.
Jesus.
That'd be a sort of a simple, cheap way to do it, but like set them up on like, hey, you know, whatever. Yeah. But like, you know, but just finding weird niche ways to do it. I mean, like a lot of the most popular apps started off by like, I forgot.
You got to get organic viral marketing.
Yeah, I forgot what was it? I don't think it was OnlyFans, but I think it was like Tinder. I think Tinder started off by basically basically starting like marketing by like just marketing only to college campuses and doing like
that's
weird.
how Facebook did it, right?
Yeah, like they're doing stuff like that to make
a lot of companies just kind of copied the first few tech companies that had success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Solana, like so Solana was kind of trading more down in like the 180 range, kind of 180 going up to 202,
Yeah.
and then now it's kind of like gone up $20 and it's kind of ranging.
Oh yeah, no,
like
it's really
$10.
good because like its solid area that it had been at for the last year was mainly like 130 to 180.
Yeah.
Once it got past 180, it started creeping up to 200 real quick, and now it's been holding 200 pretty well. So yeah, anything under 200 is good and cheap for Solana. I don't think it's going to go back below 180 unless Bitcoin were to tank.
Yeah, of course. Like if we were just to go to like low hundreds or even lower than that, then yeah, of course. But there's strength on Solana, so you have to look at what has strength right now, and then look where there's opportunity. And there's sometimes some opportunities are not sexy. Like I was talking about, like Sui, right? Like Sui's been sort of like range bound for a while now.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it hit that $5 point, it's down
It's been
$3.
chilling.
Still a good price. 3 is great because when more people wanted to buy it at 4, now that's at 3.
It's a fantastic price. I mean, it's like a good like baking in like a 3x until it gets to $10 because $10 is its like psychological move, right? I think it'll go higher than that, but yeah.
But I said, hey, one way you can make kind of a cheap bet right now, but actually make some significant money is like if we know that like we're heading into a money printing zone and interest rate cuts, M2 keeps going up.
Yep.
They're allowing inflation to kind of creep up slowly, but the Fed and as the interest rates starting coming down, some of like the guy who had super chats right now, he's got 80K in a high yield savings account or like a money market accounts. Those accounts are going to start paying less money now.
Oh, yeah.
They're starting to already. They've already gone down like I think a quarter of a point already. They're barely at like 4% on some of them now. So like as time goes on, as these cuts start happening, these accounts normally start paying like 3.5 or 3.75. And then it keeps getting lower as interest rates get lower. So this is actually very good for us. Maybe great for crypto and the risk takers and the people who hold assets. Terrible for the savers because the savers development.
The savers because they don't realize it, right?
Yeah.
They
realize too late, or like as it's creeping,
or they think it's too late. Too.
Yeah.
Some of them, and then it's like analysis paralysis. But yeah, no, I mean, like it's good for us because even with money printing, let's say in the next 1 year,
right,
second half of 26 and 27 is probably going to be brutal for most people just based on liquidity cycles that crypto does tend to follow as well. And so if that's going to be brutal for people, like I think people are going to flock to Ethereum eventually once we get like a little bit out of the bottom of the bear market. So maybe second half of 2027, I think Ethereum could be really, really popular. And obviously Trump's going to have a bag and everything like that. So towards the end of his office or whatever, he'll probably be talking about, trying to pump his Ethereum bags and stuff like that too. So
just look at where the big money's going. Like Trump launched a meme coin. He took like $500 million of profits and rolled it into Ethereum.
Yeah, and then froze Justin Sun's money so he can't take profits.
Yeah, which makes me laugh. Which is
it's pretty funny.
Because also like, which is
it's like terrible but funny at the same time.
Yeah, because he's kind of like, I mean, he like Justin's right. He's like that is his own money, but also Justin did it in a fucking he did a really fucked up way of doing it.
Should have talked about like if you're at that level where you're like one of the top investors, you have the most percentage of coins or whatever. You should be like, hey, I'm going to tell the guy before you do something, right?
Right.
So that's why they freaked out because they're like, they probably don't trust the guy. I thought it might have been like a bit of a honey trap for Justin Sun because look at who they got during the last bear market, right? They got CZ and they got him for 4 months. They went really hard after Roger Ver for old taxes
for a
after
long
he
time.
went to St. Kitts.
Yeah.
Who else? Basically a lot of the OG people they were trying to go after. And I think Justin Sun was one of the ones that they were like, we can't get him because he's in China. He's in a different jurisdiction. He's pretty much not really
his diplomatic immunity.
Yeah. And then like as soon as they're like, well, they basically played his ego. Like, hey, Trump, we'll say like you're a gajillionaire. You get
it's hard. It's just like, yeah, I think you're right.
They lure him in, and then they're like, okay, try to bait him to do something stupid with the money. So then they get, hey, gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that.
But it's only 75 million. It's only 7. I mean, only.
But they're just trying to get him in the jurisdiction to where they trip him up, do something, and then
catch. Oh yeah, just go to catch him up or something.
Yeah.
But then on the top of that, right? Like Justin Sun also like apparently borrowed money from his own kind of customer like coins.
Yeah, I didn't
borrow on that.
Tron like dumped recently too. I think there was like rumored that he might have sold a good chunk of Tron.
It's I don't know what to believe, but like
I don't know.
At least
either.
what the
It's
reports
like,
were saying is like he essentially, since his funds were like already like they weren't frozen, but they were like there's part of his coins are locked, like time locked. He essentially transferred ownership to the exchange and then borrowed customer funds that are liquid so he could cash out. Is what, which is like that's kind of playing a crazy game. So who knows?
Yeah, and well, Justin Sun's been around. He plays every game. So,
Yeah.
But did you also hear Gary Gensler? I think he had like almost a full year, or at least 6 months of texts while he was at the SEC just
disappear. Oh
disappear.
Oh yeah.
Just surprisingly. Oh yeah, you know that one year he was super against crypto. Like we really can't find all of his texts. You know.
Yeah. All the subpoenas and stuff he did against all the hex subpoenas and stuff. Like I would have been interested to see who told that lapdog to attack. I mean, like, oh my god, I'd love to have know some names.
Smithers.
Smithers,
because he looks like Mr. Burns. But no, I was just messed up because people were like, well, if a company that was the SEC was going after, or a citizen, right, had like not like had like a missing gap of that many texts or whatever, and they were doing an investigation on them, like they'd be like, well, that's corrupt, and like they'd go after their ass. But when it's the government doing it, you know, sorry guys, we just can't find that data. It's kind of, it's also the same in St. Louis. They had the military had done some tests with like they fed school children oatmeal with radioactive material in it and fucking crazy ass shit like that recently, or not recently. This was in the 50s, but it came out recently, and the military is like, oh yeah, we lost like tons of documents from that age. Like, Jesus, right?
I bet.
The government's just great at forgetting things, like just magically disappearing, which is why they'll never do blockchain voting, right?
Yeah.
So,
which I'd love. I mean, it would work at something if it was like, but the thing is, at some point with like the blockchain voting and stuff, like at some point, well, not blockchain voting, like, and you meant like each citizen has a directly on the blockchain. Or are you talking about like governance?
Well, like, yeah, actually, what do you call it? A citizen, like,
okay, that would work.
You actually have them vote,
yes,
you know, and they have
work.
like this one ID and everything like that.
But how would the Democrats get votes?
That's what I'm saying, right? They can't rig it.
Oh,
they'll just import.
That's why it would never happen.
I never understood. Oh, I got you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. I was like,
but yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they'll do GDP data on the blockchain.
So let's talk about it. You know, we're about an hour into the stream. You know, it's about time we get to a topic that is near and dear to my heart. Let's talk about this $27,000 Bitcoin. Ethereum. I mean, it's coming soon.
I mean, $27,000 Bitcoin is possible too, I guess, but technically, I don't think it would be actually.
No, I don't think so. No, I mean, 40 would be as like low as I could ever see it. Like, god damn.
35, like with a top where it's
did we get cancer?
Could be Michael Saylor. No, Michael Saylor getting liquidated, but no, there's, I would say from the exact top of right now, about a 70 to 75% decline would be about 33K to 38K, somewhere like that. So that would be my kind of max. But
right. So I mean,
how about you talk about price? I'll talk about time.
Sure.
And we could obviously flip it up and everything. Okay. But like for Ethereum, how would this look?
Okay, so this
how we get to 27K.
So this is how we get to 27K in the next 60 days. So
starting now, go.
It happens. I fucking called it. I am the great Swami, Charlie.
Inside knowledge from Tom.
It's 27K Ethereum possible. Let's see.
At all? You're just asking it at all? Yeah. You gotta be very specific with the autistic 8-ball.
Concentrate and ask again. Okay.
See, I told you.
All right.
Specific.
Is it possible before the end of 26?
What possible?
But it's reading my mind. The outlook looks good.
Okay. There we go.
All right.
So okay. So how price wise, how is it going to happen? Like what are the price levels that it kind of like gets like, it's kind of like you're going down a racetrack and it gets like zoomed up or slowed down at certain prices.
Right. So I originally had said this in this is around the time. So I said the prices for this after we bought the all-time low on Ethereum and stuff, right? Which was in the $700 range. And after a little bit of time had passed from that all-time low, people were asking me like, yeah, we just bought now Ethereum's at $1,000 now, right? Like, yeah, we made money, everyone's hell yeah, because it's pretty good. You're up like $280 or $200 and stuff on every Ethereum you bought, and then very quickly it went up to 1,400, and they're like, oh my god, everyone's happy and euphoric, right? So like, what's possible, Miguel? Like, what can we do? So I'd said very early on, like my most bearish top for Ethereum was $8,000.
Yeah,
right. Which is something we're very close to. Actually, it's not that far away. Pretty much a 2x. And then I said, so I went through kind of a history of what happened with Ethereum, right? Let's not go to 17, or we could, like, basically it started like a quarter, maybe 50 cents, and then ran up to $1,400. From $1,400, there was both so what happened is that a lot of companies were holding Ethereum on their balance sheet because it went so well, and a lot of the top crypto companies, basically there wasn't any other L1s really. There was like BNB token, but like the chain wasn't, like there wasn't other real competition in chains very much. Most of the competition, like a Dashes and stuff, Litecoins, there's nothing on chain. Like Ethereum did actually have some stuff on chain, but even Ethereum was very simple at the time. So it's a very sort of like, you have a coin, you say you're an L1, I guess you are. Yeah. Right. So it's a very simplistic time. But because Ethereum appreciated so much, second biggest coin, it's been around for a while, at least during that cycle, and so a lot of companies had gotten funding through like, ICOs with Ethereum funding. So tons of companies within Ethereum were holding treasury, where their treasury was in Ethereum, not USDC, because USDC was not very popular until 18, basically. So as the bear market started, these companies had some of them were still really well run, but they basically said, we have $16 million of runway as Ethereum's price is going down.
It goes down 90%.
It goes down 90%. They start selling. So then some companies start selling. Fuck it, we're selling 80% of the Ethereum now, because if we don't, we're not going to have any runway left.
And most of them died.
Because it's just, by the time they figured it out, oh crap, they're already in the shit already.
Yeah, and then, Ethereum Foundation themselves lost a lot of funding that way, and I think that's also why you got like a company like Chainlink, when price is going up, the whales are selling off. I think the reason why you have that is because of the 2018 bear market. I think that's where most of the developers in crypto realized, like, oh shit, in a bear market, I can't be holding
L1s or any token. Even, I mean, of course, long term, you want to hold some Ethereum and Bitcoin, of course.
But at that time, stables were pretty risky because they were brand new. And Tether was the only one, and the amount of FUD that was on Tether was really crazy.
Yeah. And by the time we did have USDC, it was like, it was a fraction.
Yeah.
It was a fraction.
And then USDC was the only one that actually had a problem.
Yeah. No, but Tether's printing.
They're printing out of nowhere. And then they crony up to the US government.
Right. And stuff. Hey, it's that whole thing where, like, there's USDC and Tether in a room wearing a mask. They take their mask off. It's the U.S. gov on both of them. They both working for the feds, dog.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we've had
one JP Morgan Fed, one actual just straight up got co-opted by the Fed.
Right.
Probably.
Like, our central bank digital currency V1 is Tether and USDC. You guys have been using it this whole time. It's the truth.
That's also how they track. If they find somebody from an exchange, and they'd be like, oh, he's using Tether for somewhere else on Ethereum. Here's a couple of his other wallets. They start taking names onto all the other things for people and stuff like that.
That is why they went after very heavy duty. I know we're taking tangents, but this is very important in the history that when we're making these like sort of predictions, we're looking back also with like this much crypto past. It's very important, right? So
Kyle had a good idea once. He was like, "You guys
once,
once,
wow, we getting chicken."
He had a good idea, I should say. One of them being. One of the many. No, one of the ideas he had was basically me and you doing a crypto history from a crypto natives perspective.
Oh yeah,
like, type documentary. Or
that'd be so cool.
Like we could start with like David Chaum in the late 70s, early 80s, and go until now or whatever. Like, I think that'd be like a mini series. Like, it wouldn't just be like a
mini doc.
We get a
we'd have to go pretty dead depth.
Yeah,
but we'd know a lot of stuff that like a lot of people have forgotten, or
we can go back to the history books parts we weren't there, and get like clips and interviews where we could, and then we actually can then we were alive in crypto,
because when we got into crypto, we only had to learn about 8 years, about 2.5 cycles worth of knowledge. Now people have to learn, and that's like what, 8 to 10 years basically that we had to learn. Now when people get in, they have to learn 15 to 16 years By the end of the next cycle, it's going to be 2 decades that they're going to have to learn about crypto. By the time you get past the 2-decade mark, basically into the 2030s, it's going to be so much information. And there's
and whitewashing of information. Because remember, I've been that big complainer about how they whitewash all-time highs and lows on these charts.
That's what I was saying, Charlie. Why the history, having all those videos encompassing everything. They can't bleed it out. They can't.
Netflix, hit us up. I'm not joking.
No, I know, right? But it'd be something that would be cool down the line, like during the bear market or something for us to make. Because I think there is a lot of stuff that we talk about when it comes to the history. Like a lot of people forget about it because I think a lot of people leave per cycle.
Yeah, they
right.
do. Yeah.
Like after people are there for like 1 or 2 cycles, and then you just disappear a lot of times in crypto.
Speaking of documentaries, this always reminds me of like a documentary about agriculture that I watched about about many countries, right? Mm-hmm. One of the reasons why it's so much easier to grow food here in the United States is because we have a winter, and that's like free, like it's a free like nuke to bugs. It kills, it's a free pesticide that doesn't fuck up the environment really, and a lot of other countries like Brazil, for example, they don't really have one.
Right.
They have a winter, but it's
closer to a tropical region.
Exactly. So like it's much more expensive. They have to spend much more on bug control,
right, and
much more poisons and things. And don't trust me, we're pretty in the top of the hill when it comes to poisons.
Yeah, Monsanto's their favorite.
Yeah, shout to the boys, man. But that's so the bear markets are essentially like a free herbicide pesticide that it just wipes.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true.
Only the toughest cockroaches.
Only the strong survive. And I mean, that's true. Absolutely true. I mean, everybody, I do respect everybody that's been watching us. If there's people who haven't experienced the 21 cycle or the 2017 cycle, I do feel for them because they haven't experienced yet the awesomeness, the true awesomeness that is a crypto bull market. I mean, let's go back to the tangent or the thread that we're pulling with Ethereum going to 27K, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about what we've seen in crypto, what's possible.
Right.
I mean, freaking Tom Lee is hilarious. He's like, Ethereum did its first run, 54.
Bless you.
Thanks. Excuse me. AI has not replaced us yet.
I wonder though.
Yeah, soon. All right. Where was I saying? No.
Some of the launch codes.
Yeah.
So you were talking basically about the possibilities of 27,000.
Right. So going to 27K, right? That is pretty ridiculous. But Tom Lee was talking about going 54x or something like that. He was talking like 60.
Yeah, I think he had said something about like 45 to $60,000 Ethereum.
Yeah, and then Joseph Lubin or somebody had talked about like $400,000 Ethereum at some point in the future.
I mean,
which would be like if there's a $4 million Bitcoin, 10% of that would be 400,000. So that kind of makes sense, right? If we're going by that ratio.
But Tom Lee, talks in his nuts though. He's saying about flipping Bitcoin.
That's true. That's very, very true. And what Tom Lee's narrative, I think, could take hold and everything like that.
He's more of like a much more calm centered version of Sailor.
He leads the edge of the narrative, and he's like, this is a little ridiculous, but this is possible. We can put this out there, right?
But I'm the crown on. I mean, I've been right since 2011. But hey, what the fuck do I know? I mean, in TradFi,
yeah, exactly. And the numbers he's choosing as well for targets and stuff. He was like $7,500 Ethereum is the next target. We said 7,300, 8,000 basically. And then the next one there, we said 11,300 is a target based on a fib level. He said about 10 to 12K.
Yeah.
He's looking at 16K. That's the highest area I'm seeing it realistically this cycle.
Which is in line with what we kind of
and 20K would be insane. That's like Bitcoin getting past like, let's say 220K or something. Then we get like 20K Ethereum very briefly. It's like the exact same top that Bitcoin had in the end of 2017.
And I want to add, we've been saying these numbers we've been saying these numbers a long time before Tom Lee publicly said
exactly.
I'm pretty sure privately he may have been.
And I remember the first time I said like, hey, Ethereum could get past 20K because Bitcoin got to 20K a couple cycles before.
17.
Right? You were like, that narrative would be easy to get pushed out there.
Yeah, because if you're already somewhere in the 10s or 12s, like tell me 8, this is also what we call the curse of the round numbers. And these we teach this in the course quite a lot. It's like part of a webinar. We talk about round numbers, and people love these nice, like, wow, $1 million Bitcoin, $100,000 Bitcoin, $10,000 this. Wow, this could hit $1. This could hit $10.
Oh, that's the one thing we could do this episode we haven't done on Ethereum was market cap wise, what's its round numbers and where does that line up on price? That'd be let me pull that up too.
Within a range because supply changes slightly.
Yeah, because that was one thing when we're looking at Bitcoin going from 20K to 100K, we were like, what's in the middle?
Yeah.
And then basically it turned out to be $55,000 Bitcoin, roughly, because it's its first $1 trillion market cap, right? Let me pull up Ethereum here.
Can we bring it up?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Got it.
Let's see.
But I just, while he's looking for that, like, just to continue the little piece of that story there, like, as Ethereum was crashing down in like 18, basically there had been large companies that had been IPOing or like themselves in Ethereum, like Ethos or EOS, basically.
Yeah.
EOS had gained a ton of Ethereum through 2016 into 17, launched, and then effectively were trying to essentially bankrupt and curb stomp. They dumped about, like, I roughly believe $2 billion of Ethereum on the market and turned it all into BTC and stuff like that, and essentially siphoned it off for themselves. Like they've done nothing with the money, but just enough money to keep it like, hey, we are a project and we have a couple like paid YouTube, we're doing something to keep it alive. Well, we scrolled away like billions in Bitcoin, hey, I guess, but Ethereum survived and, it bottomed out at a very, very, very cheap level. It went from $1,400 to $78 that I saw. I bought $78 Ethereum. Yeah. It could have possibly another exchange.
It's below 80.
Yeah, it's below 80.
Yeah.
I saw some places went 72, some places went 76.
Yeah.
On the exchanges I was using, it went to $78. Yeah. And I find it really funny that, like, I saw Ethereum on this last all-time low go to 780.
Yeah, below 800.
Yeah, below 800. The same. It just added a zero.
Number. Yeah, so 7,800 is the bottom of the next bear market. That's what we're saying right here now.
So you got it. Okay.
Yeah. So let's pull it up. So the first target, let's go to $1 trillion market cap, right?
Okay.
So I think that would be, let's see here. Yeah, it'd basically be $8,250. Would be just under $1 trillion. So we'd say 8,300, right?
Yeah, and I want you. So this is one of the. So this is now we had kind of figured some of this math out back in 23 and 22. We had talked about it, and we've also played around with it in 21. Just like we hope, like numbers, like what if Ethereum kept running, and because it could have totally, of course, right? And so we had figured out pretty quickly, hey, 8,000 is a very big possible. No, that's a big round number right there.
It's kind of its main target. Yes. I think like 7,300 to this 8,500 area right there. That's your minimum target if you get a good bull market. If Ethereum literally only gets like 6,000 as its top this cycle and Bitcoin is like 130 or something like that, lame as shit bull market.
We essentially just 2x the last cycle effectively on Bitcoin, not even Ethereum.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's just lame. But like that, to me, this is like the minimum of what Ethereum should be capable of this cycle, especially with still money printing to come. Right. Like you said, inflation's down below 3%. Rate cuts are going to be coming. So
there is a world one day, I would imagine 3 cycles from now, where Bitcoin getting a 2x and the cycle is actually like, wow, we did really good.
Yeah.
Which is a lot, actually.
I think that'll be, the $500,000 Bitcoin to $1 million Bitcoin move.
Because like 29, 32 would be like what, 26, 20, 37, 2037. That's kind of where I see the cycle.
Yeah, I think the first chance at $1 million Bitcoin would be 2032, 2033.
Yeah. So I'm talking the cycle after.
Right. And then that next cycle, 2036, 7, you should get $1 million Bitcoin minimum.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's kind of dragging its feet. That's a big dragon its feet. 3 cycles, like that's a big dragon, especially with how much big money now. The roads, like we're starting to get like, instead of having these little like dirt roads to get capital into Bitcoin, we've got a nice 16-lane highway. We're starting to build a 16-lane highway. Like we got like, I would say 6-lane highway now. We're gonna get the giant Chinese 16-lane highways. Overpasses. We're getting all the infrastructure. We're getting fiber. Right. We're getting all that infrastructure is being built now for like the retirement one, the 401k. Because there's a lot of demographics in what's happening in the world today, as well as something Tom Lee also. Shout out to my boy Tom Lee. Goddamn, he's on the demographic shit just like me. What happened? And then Charlie as well, is what we've been talking this for a long time. 28, 29. What happens?
Yep.
Millennials take over.
Yep. 51% attack. 51% of all
51% attack.
51% of all money will be controlled by millennials around then.
Right.
So and if we went double for 2 trillion for Ethereum, it'd be 16,600.
Yeah.
What would 27K be? Let's see. 27. That's like 3.25 trillion. Yeah. So let's see what 25K would be 3 trillion. Yeah. So yeah, it'd probably be hard to get past 3 trillion.
Yeah, this is why I never said anything more ridiculous. But I basically, this kind of was my math on it. Was because if you look at it right now, we're basically at $500 billion on Ethereum right now, roughly. Right,
yeah,
$500 billion. So we're talking about a 6x effectively to get to that $3 trillion point. Now that is that's Timmy no brakes, all gas, no brakes. That is
and between. I think that takes at least 6 months of all gas, no brakes.
Yes, all gas, no brakes. Yeah, no gas, no brakes. But that is if all things go as right, things and also I said this with the caveat of you guys are asking me, Miguel, what's the highest I could ever, the same thing when people ask me about Pulse Chain. Miguel, what's the highest price in the world that you could ever think that Pulse Chain could reach in this cycle if everything went right? And I said 3 cents. That'd be 1,000x. But that math is even wrong now.
Right.
Because it made a new low. So it'd be 1.7 cents now.
Right.
Technically. So oops. If it held its all-time low, that's where it's possible. So it's and I explained, I'm not going to go into that, but I explained there's a lot of method behind the madness, but that's if everything there's no way that ends up happening in terms of but we can get very high prices. The price that I had said originally for Ethereum, I'm comfortable saying $12,000 to $14,000 Ethereum is where I think that's pretty much I think in the zone right there. What I think we're going to do this cycle.
Yeah.
And if we overstep that's bonus.
Yeah, I think if we were to go to what would it be about 12.5K?
Yeah,
that would be a good 1.5 trillion. I think that's good. That'd be a good top.
Yeah, that could be a good top. It could range a couple thousand up, down,
right.
But that's
a few hundred,
few hundred and stuff. But that's a good range. Also, it's very. This is the whole thing is at the end of the day, how high is Bitcoin? Right. Right now, we have more. I think more money's excited, at least, are starting to be excited on Ethereum. So we have more dedicated buyers of Ethereum right now, which is good. So we have good inflows on that.
Yeah, I think if we went to the actual spot inflows and we look at the monthly, Ethereum for the month of August had 3.8 billion. It started having $1 billion from June or whatever. And it had so far in September about 700 million gone, or outflowed. But Bitcoin here, if you go for the month of August, was about 750 down for August versus Ethereum's 3.8 billion up. So a lot more money right now is going into Ethereum than Bitcoin on the ETF side. Also for the digital asset treasury side as well, you have SharpLink and BitMine with Tom Lee basically buying up a ton. So they're buying more than Michael Saylor, way faster than he did at the beginning. So yeah, you just have way more inflows here on Ethereum. And then you're starting to get Pantera Capital, Galaxy Digital buying a couple $1 billion worth of Solana. That's been holding the Solana price there around that 200 zone. So a lot of this Wall Street money is just kind of coming in when kind of Main Street's freaking out.
Yeah.
Right. The Main Street's freaking out enough. Also, your OG Bitcoiners, people who've been holding coins a long time, are just okay, it's above 100K. I guess I'm going to sell now that I have.
Yeah, and that is something that I've been hearing on the street, and there's been some shows and shit like TradFi shows I've been watching. They've been saying some of the people some of the people in Wall Street feel like they missed the boat on Bitcoin, which they haven't, but they missed the coin on Bitcoin, so they're they rotate, and they're rotating to Ethereum, and this is kind of what I was saying.
Ethereum and Solana, but Ethereum's the first one next, and then they're doing the exact same narrative that we said the whole cycle. It's Bitcoin's moving, then Ethereum. And we're I guess a lot of it.
But the money moves slow, and that's the problem with people. It's we see where they're going, but it's just
they're like molasses this time because retail's not here, right? So we have to wait, for Wall Street to kind of get their fill. They have a lot of money, so it's going to take them a while to buy, into this market.
And the market cap it's big, but it's not that big for
Ethereum literally just crossed 500 billion, which now gives the states of Arizona and New Hampshire the ability to put them in their digital asset reserve.
That's great.
That they passed. I think did they pass that earlier this year or last year?
I think it was earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those two states can legally buy both Bitcoin and Ethereum now.
There's a couple of retirement fund, not like sort of like calipers. They have those kind of laws too. They can only invest into asset classes of like, I don't know who set that point, but like over $500 billion basically.
Right.
Asset class. So it means like traditional markets. So like gold, stocks. So it's all those that kind of jazz. But
gold's at an all-time high.
Yeah, but no one cares except for Peter Schiff.
He barely eats.
But I'm glad he's eating at least a little bit with his 5% or less of his portfolio in gold.
Right? And I think he's got more Bitcoin, to be honest.
Yeah, that was. I'm not gonna lie. That made me like. Okay. I have a lot of respect for him, right? But I lost respect. I mean, I still have respect for the guy. I still like him and shit. And I listened to him for many years. He's spot on with his data. And he's really right about a lot of stuff.
He's a smart guy for something.
Yeah. But like, my God, like that one took me aback. Like, he's like, hey, I also have I'm holding 5% of my portfolio in actual gold, but I have a lot. Basically, I have another 30% of my portfolio that's in like gold mining companies and stuff like that. So I'm in the industry. Okay, that's not what he said.
Right.
Like he's like, I got 5% in gold or less. I'm like now, of course, the gold guys defended him like any real true patriot gold guy never tells you how much gold you have. Just like you Bitcoiners, you never tell anyone how much Bitcoin you got. But it just sounded so terrible,
right?
Dude. It was like a nuke went off. I remember when that news came out. I was wow. It's like Miguel and Charlie. How much do you guys have in the crypto space? I mean, honestly, like these days, man, I have less than 1% of my portfolio in crypto.
You're like, what?
Welcome to the 24-hour crypto channel.
Yeah.
Dog, that is insane, dude. I can confidently tell you I've got like probably 95% of my net worth in crypto.
Yeah, we've been like that for a while.
And so you have to be like people say like you got like diversification is stupid. Dog, we're all in one industry. What diversification? Sure, inside but like it's like some guy that's like, I'm all in stocks, and you like most ETFs and in stocks. Like you have like it's okay to have some. You don't have to be massively diversified, but like we're in one industry.
Yeah, you have to be wherever you're gonna go and park your money. You have to be very focused and knowledgeable about it.
Correct.
At least until you get enough to diversify, or like, hey, I'm gonna squirrel something away here and there, which is fine. But to be honest, for most people in crypto, I think they kind of like pussyfoot and they want to leave the industry as soon as possible. A lot of people.
Are those the old, like, is that because I've noticed that with the older, like 40 plus guys, a lot.
It's even true for the younger guys too.
Really?
Yeah. Like even people that like we've done content with and stuff before, like every once in a while you'll hear them say like, but it's kind of like they're dreaming of the day that they don't have to be in the toxic world of crypto.
But anymore. No one talks about them anymore though.
No, I know.
I know that's what they don't understand. Is like
they leave the industry and become irrelevant.
Yeah, and then they come back and they're fucking really behind the 8 ball. Like I've yet to see anyone who's left to come back that's really got the ball back.
Right.
Real, and I got a laundry list.
I'm trying to think.
I could say him already, but I'm not going to. But
no, I'm trying to think of somebody who has done that. I can't really think of one. That's left for a while and come back.
Besides a famous dude, that's very.
I was gonna say like Ross Ulbricht. He went to prison, but came back. Bitcoin.
I mean, this guy's like famous and stuff, but like, what's that guy? Bitlord goes comes back, but
did he leave really?
Yeah, he leaves. Yeah, he leaves on Twitter for a while, but he's still cryptoing in the background on a shadow probably.
Yeah, he's not paying attention.
Yeah.
No, everybody who's gonna like actually be like, there's a difference between rich and wealthy, right?
Yeah.
Everybody who's gonna be wealthy in crypto, basically, like you said, kind of like getting the other people get phased out during bear markets, and then the people who stay kind of get stronger and stronger each cycle, and then you grow the citadel, essentially grow your foundation of your crypto.
That's fucking crazy, right? Like there's very few. I can tell you how many people spurred out and like lost it, but I can't tell you like who came back and try and like that's crazy. I literally can't. That's insane. Maybe like a BitBoy, but that's like forced vacations. I mean, you know what I mean.
I know. BitBoy's back.
But his heart's still in the crypto.
He's back.
Yeah.
I know.
I saw that.
I'm rooting for him.
Andre, but that's a famous dude and he's connections and like that's different. You know what I mean?
Well, and then we're also saying like people who leave and are like, fuck this industry, and they don't do anything with crypto while they're gone.
Yeah.
Right. There's people who like will leave the limelight of crypto for a while, but they're doing tons of stuff in the background.
That's what the thing. Every guy who's taking a vacation, like it's okay to take. You can take a 6-month vacation, but like any guy who's taking like a real vacation, he's out of it. He's just like,
where's Chico Crypto? Is he doing videos anymore?
I don't know.
I haven't seen one from him in ages.
I mean, he said something about killing himself one time. So like, I don't know.
At the end of the last bull market.
before people were to attack him.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly, yeah.
I don't know.
Mental health break.
Yeah,
you guys, I'm in a dark place right now. I've been told I've got 2 more kids on the way. All right. Fuck. That's funny.
But yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, long story short, like what do you call it? Stick around in crypto and you will thrive. But I guess there's a breed of people in crypto too. Sometimes they stick around and like they find a new way to fuck it up every cycle.
Yeah,
there's some of those people.
Oh, I know.
What I'm talking about. Like it's kind of funny to watch.
But I've seen some of them who've been around a long time have started pulling it together. There's a certain point where like eventually every squirrel gets the nut. I forgot what movie I heard that from, but like
Ice Age probably
was no.
No. I'm like, what movies those?
It was some kind of rom-com thing about like they're shitting on the girlfriend or the girl of the story. Like, why did you get with this fucking loser and stuff? Yeah, he's doing good now, but he's figured it out at 30 something and shit. He should have figured this out when he's 20s. He's an idiot. Like that's what they're trying to tell him and stuff.
He should have figured it out right out the womb.
Yeah, it's great.
He's not a what's that called again? Like a nepo baby. He's not a
he's not a nepo baby. This guy got it from the bottom. Ew.
Ew.
Self-made.
He's got that taint on him.
His utensils were tin. But like we were going on about Ethereum, right? Like so 8,000. So I kind of calculated like 8,000 being a very reasonable like. That's a very kind of an underperformance, but like a very reasonable top for Ethereum. Right. 12 to 14 is where I like. That's very more likely, very like lukewarm, warm cycle. That's about right. And then this is where me and Charlie started getting into like it could hit 20K, and then we're like, let me think of like what could narrative wise because it's kind of an odd number, 20K. And I was
I mean, if we got
can you put 20K on the market cap? Let's see what market cap that is.
It'd be like 2.75.
2.75.
Where did I put that? Yeah.
Yeah,
so you said what? Which
20K, like 20K, or actually like 19,
just 2.4 million, 2.4 billion, or
which is still pretty. It could happen, but like there's reasons.
The presumption here would be to make it realistic, right? The presumption would be that the market hit a $10 trillion total crypto market cap.
Yep,
we're at just under 4 right now, so that's like a 2.5x for the whole market, which would be possible, right? And then Ethereum in this case would make up about 25 or 24% of that. Bitcoin, let's say, would make up what, like 3 trillion market cap, like 30%?
Yeah.
35%.
Let me see what's that right now.
Excuse me, 35%. I think lowest Bitcoin dominance it's been is like 35% or something like that. So somewhere around there. And then so that'd be 3.5 trillion. That'd bring us up to about 6. And then the total crypto market cap for altcoins would be about 3 trillion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's possible to have that ratio, but just with this cycle, it seems like that would probably not.
It's not penny out right now. For this cycle.
But if I give it a percentage on each, right, I would say 7,300 to 8, let's say 8,500, somewhere in there. That's it's got to be like an 80% shot,
right?
And
the other thing too, the one like you said something really important, right? Like how the market's been so far. Like one thing that because millennials are about to take over in the economy. One thing is like. It's really like the older millennials and kind of Xers and boomers that have stocks that have essentially gained the appreciation from stocks. But most millennials really didn't get that appreciation. And then if they have any appreciation, it's mostly from a house that they're stuck in. And that's why the reason like they're fucking house rich, cash poor.
Yep.
And the even younger millennials are like, fuck, I don't got anything. They're just screwed unless you got a business or something like that. But you're trying to figure it out. And then the Zoomers, like, I think we have calculated like what the oldest Zoomer right now is. Wait, how did we say, Kyle? Was it 24?
Oldest was 27. 27, 28.
20, yeah.
Which is just, you're starting to get into your earning years there.
Right. So if you look, and then the youngest being like 13. The youngest Zoomer is about 13 right now. In high school, actually. Yeah. In high school right now. So I've already set up an idea of like, when I make a custom thing or I've already set up an idea for my custom office thing. I'm going to have clocks of like, the age ranges of like youngest, middle, and oldest of every generation.
That's a good idea.
And have it like update up there just to remind me like where we're at a little bit, because like that I've never seen anyone do that before. I literally thought that the other day. I was like, damn, that's clutch.
Yeah,
that's pretty clutch. But like that way I'd be like, look, like here's the Zoomers and here's the Boomers, here's the Generation Alpha, and then you could see like where's everyone tithing in. Like these things are very important, basically.
And then they you could have it on the Gen X and Boomer clock. It's like you have like a death cross. It's like
cooked, chopped.
It's like, no, but no. What I was gonna say before, so like I think there's a good 80% chance that we hit those numbers at least, right? And then probably to what, the 10 to 13K range, maybe a 60% chance, or more than a 50% chance, right?
Yeah.
Once we get past 16, if we go to like 20K,
we're close, dog.
That's
we're
like
screwed.
20K is like for Ethereum, that's like a 10% chance, and then it's like
we're gonna get the Jewish fake out of the century, which is gonna be 19,000, like just like we did, like because on some days we did
19,900.
Yeah, the great Jewish fake out of Ethereum 2026. I'm clipping that. Oh, thanks, dog. Yeah, Jewish fake out.
Yeah, it's like a 1% chance that we get to like 27, 25K.
Right, and that's because it's supposed to be like all gas, no brakes, everything's going good. Like we just haven't had the retail. Yeah, but people like, of course, it was just clipped out. You know, people say like people had me explain like, and then I went through the kind of that story, but then I went to 27. It was like it could go that high, but that means like we need like a 12, like a 12 or 14 total market cap. You know, it's blow off top. We're doing really crazy.
Yeah.
And, also the inflows for Ethereum, like started like one thing in that calculation is I had the inflows starting much earlier actually. So like we would have already had like maybe 6 or 8 months more.
That's true.
Like, which we kind of lagged out a little bit on Ethereum on the inflows.
They took their sweet old time buying Bitcoin.
Yeah. Too as well. Yeah. I mean, I was so happy when it happened in January of 24, but like, isn't it crazy? It's only been January of 24.
I know, it's a year and a half.
Yeah, it's like
$50 billion in Bitcoin.
But it felt like it should have happened in like we should have had some times table where like it should have been January of 23. Then,
it would have been perfect.
Yeah, and then like then Ethereum could have happened in 24, and now it's like much, but the Yiddish shakedown. Oh, that's great. But basically, like so if you look at like how many cycles has Ethereum been in?
This is his third
cycle. So Bitcoin's third cycle, if it was a 17 cycle, correct?
Yeah.
So this is one of the things why we're going to say like, hey, Bitcoin's third cycle, it hit $20,000, and in Ethereum's third cycle, it also hit. It could hit 20,000. Which
if it hits even 19K, whatever, I'd be like, please, that narrative just
shit. It hits 18. I'm like, that should hit.
Yeah.
Like. Because and the cool thing is too, as we get hotter, or as the market gets hotter and stuff, like share my screen, Kyle, once.
Yep.
Right now the GUI is almost at nothing. A lot of this is like, I mean, whether people want to believe it or not, there is starting to be upgrades on Ethereum and stuff. Course, obviously mostly there's not much DeFi stuff, but as the price starts getting hotter and then things are going crazier, the gas and the GUI are going to go up. And that'll eventually finally have no more supply coming down. You will actually have slight deflation on the price. So it's not going to radically change the math, but like it might end up like the cycle would be like 119 million.
Well, and being able to say it's deflationary too is another bullish narrative that you can tell people. Yeah, and then people will buy because of that.
Yeah, and then Tom Lee also saying like, hey, legitimately Ethereum inflates less than Bitcoin does.
Yeah.
And you're buying the shit out of Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is like,
Wall Street's like, your logic wins.
And that's why Tom Lee's one of the best guys because it's really hard to refute what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because he also has the pedigree and
well, he was talking about like this, the way he's talking about Ethereum now, he was talking about Bitcoin like this in 2017. Everybody thought he was fucking insane on CNBC. Okay, Tom, go sit in the corner.
And they were shitting on him. I remember listening to this episode. They had replayed it on Bloomberg Radio. I know I had heard of Tom Lee before.
Yeah.
They were shitting on him kind of for saying like, okay, plain boy. They said we were going to go. He was like, we're going to be going to a 10-year bull run. He started saying it around 2011 in stocks. Tom Lee, like Tom, I know historically we've had about an 8% stock market and stuff per year, but like those times are over. The United States is entering to a slower thing. People are still on the whole China kick. China's taking over the world.
They're on the hangover from what do you call it?
2008. Yeah. And of course, same thing. Like you only have the previous data you have from 2008 and 6, right? And China, it was China. Do you remember how much China like? Even though China's powerful and is making money, China doesn't look as powerful as it used to anymore.
Yeah,
it's still powerful, but like you guys have to understand when I was in high school and when we were coming out of college and stuff, It was China. China's going to take over the world. China's the most powerful country. When are they going to overtake us? They control all. They're the largest holder. They're the single largest surplus of dollars outside of the United States and the planet. They control all the U.S. treasuries. Like,
people assumed that they would grow like a Western country.
Correct.
Right. The one thing you got to know about China is their quantity, not quality, versus I would say like America, Japan, and Germany.
Yeah.
Right. They're a mixture of those, but they lean to different degrees of quality, right? I would say America the lowest, then maybe Germany and Japan. Maybe Japan and Germany could be tied for the highest.
If the Germans try hard.
Yeah, the Germans try hard.
I've seen them chop shit.
They like to go off. What do you drink beer at 6 o'clock, right?
But also, it's the whole thing too. You also get the highest level of like stuff. If like so, basically, like Japan will export it if it's the highest level, and so would China.
But Japan will only perfect things. Right?
Oh, the slight increase.
Yeah, they'll just get really good at something. They'll devote their whole life to fucking making the best noodles, right? They'll make it really good. And versus China will just make a lot, right?
Right.
And then like they'll fail. Like they always do way too much.
Yeah.
Like they borrow technology from like the Shinkansen, the bullet train from Japan.
Yeah.
And they crash that shit.
I didn't see one recently. Like they were like, it wasn't something like it only goes like 200 miles an hour and they ran it to 300.
Yeah. And they broke the thing. They tried to bury it in the ground, something like that. So like that's like the Achilles heel of China. It's like at the end of the day, they'll do something to fuck their own shit up.
Yeah.
Basically.
Dogs. Like it's like we're not trying to make you look back. Do not take it past don't make it go 100 miles faster.
Mitsubishi is like, hey, don't take it past 300 miles an hour, and they're like, immediately 310. Let's go.
Oh, Rollo Tomasi, man. That's why COVID was so effective. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, subservience and stuff. I mean, hope no one got the shot, man. But can you go back to this? There's a chat out there talking about where was it? Maybe I can see it over here. Where is it? Man, these comments are going flying by quick. Noodles, Germany. Well, it's gone now. Well, it's okay.
Yeah, I always find the one too that you want to mention, and then like you're like,
yeah, it was so good, dude. I was like, oh man, I really wanted to talk about it, but
yeah, but no, China. I think everybody, they play China up too much. So
yeah,
I mean, right now,
there it is. China aren't consumers and they fail. Modern Chinese have become consumers. They have. Yeah. It's just they're broke right now.
The majority of them, yeah.
And there's not enough of them.
Yeah.
For how big their economy is so dependent on exports that even their consumer. Look, you guys? I mean, I should get yourself a whatever Chinese phone, Huawei or whatever the fuck sort of Chinese phones they have there. Go on to their version of TikTok. And just look at some of the consumerism stuff they're doing. Like they have skinny Chinese girls trying on, not even joking, 500 dresses in a video.
Yeah.
Ha cha cha. Undressing, putting the next one up. Ha ta ta. They do have the consumerism, but like, and this is actually
it's
so
like
fun.
QVC on steroids.
Yes, it's. I was taken back. I was like, wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
And of course, it's making a lot of money and stuff, but like.
That's the thing is like they're subservient to their government, so their government kind of puts a cap.
Yes,
on a lot of stuff. Like
doesn't allow that expression to go.
Look at Jack Ma. He disappeared for like that 1 year or like 6 months that one time.
Oh, you mean the internment camp they put him in?
Yeah, they like put him in some sort of like re-education.
Yeah,
because they were like, what do you call it? You're too much of an entrepreneur. You're doing too good. You're doing too good with capitalism, right? So like, I don't know. It seems like China's worst enemy is itself.
Kyle, give me a white monster. This stream's about to get interesting.
But yeah, they're their worst enemies. So I don't think whenever China does get the mantle of anything, they lose it.
Yeah.
Because they used to have Vietnam and Southeast Asia and everything. I mean, if you look at the Chinese influence there, it's a lot, but then they lost it over the long term, basically. So, I think long term, the West doesn't need to be worried about that at all.
Yeah, it needs to be. Yeah. He's pretty close and stuff. And then these guys also, here's the thing is a lot of people inside the Communist Party are real jealous. They're used to having a lot of power and doing nothing. And Jack Ma, you know what Jack Ma scared them? It's because he's competent.
Yeah. No,
he's smart as fuck. And the world thinks he's competent too.
Yep.
And
he actually can speak English so everybody can understand what he's saying.
And it scares him because he's like, look at this uppity motherfucker.
Yeah.
Look at this uppity motherfucker trying to talk, and that is also
he starts trying to make moves too.
Yeah.
But then like they don't like that.
If China could be great if they just relied more on meritocracy. If they actually now, I can sort of understand like they're in a position right now where like globally their currency, there's a currency flight. So, but imagine if China just went like, we're going China light. Like they started taking a couple steps backwards. Like, I mean, they admitted themselves like the one child policy was a fucking mistake, but it was our fucking main leader, the retard leader. Retard leader. I say that. Quote me. But that killed all this. Now at the time, basically they're like, okay, well, we're going through a famine right now because we industrialized so quickly that we fucking got rid of a lot of our farmers. How do we bury the train? We'll just axe the kid side. Let's just say it did work, and which it did work. But let's just say like it should have been a 10-year thing. They ran, and then they run into the 90s or the 2000s. Like that's fucking crazy. I mean, like I literally saw a video the other day of some guy who says like I was harshly punished because I actually had 2 kids. What they did is they took 50% of my income away.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's like, but at the end of the day, I was right, and I did was right. I was not going to kill my children.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He's
one of the few. He's one of the few that had 2 kids during that era and stuff like that. Me, I would have just had kids everywhere. But like,
where's the
rules on
the
that?
key is different women each time. Right?
Yeah, I mean that. Hey, Infinity Stones. Like shout out to Rampage Jackson. He's trying to collect one of every color.
There you go.
Yeah,
good life goals.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like he was like, I saw something really funny. Like neon. He's trying to set up neon with his Japanese daughter. It was a dime piece, by the way. Dime piece, by the way. She's pretty. It was really funny, and she's like, he's not my type. But and then I don't know. I was actually surprised because like he really liked Neon. He was like, Neon's actually really cool. He was like, I fucking like Neon. I can't believe this shit. Like I can't believe I thought I was hating this dorky motherfucker.
The amount of social media WWE is ridiculous.
I know it's insane.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it is.
But I've always wondered, like, I mean, a lot of the if you notice a lot of the famous people that like the younger famous people, like they're almost all plants, dog. I mean, like who the like?
I mean, these guys have. I mean,
yeah.
I was gonna say no talent, but
I like, and the thing is, I do like some of them, but they're getting the push. Like they would still be famous, but they would be nowhere near as famous, dude.
Yeah, if you look at the background of YouTube channels, like the amount of traditional media trying to push things, like ESPN's trying to get like a lot of different channels and stuff like that they look like they're organic channels, but they're actually like ran by Disney and
so you know that channel of the what's with the Vikings channel, that purple channel that you watch?
Oh yeah.
You think like would it be channels like that are like team specific that they would want to buy, or they're trying to buy more generalist channels?
They're not trying to buy. They're trying to they create them and they try to make them look like they're natural.
Oh, from the okay.
So they're like, oh, this person, like the ones that actually have worked from ESPN, they're people who got fired from ESPN. A lot of those people
the Tucker Carlson strategy.
Yeah, a lot of those people got vindictive. Basically, did the Tucker Carlson strategy, and they succeeded. So the ESPN was starting to be like, oh shit. So they start giving the people their own channels, and they start building it up for them. So that way they have the IP and they own everything underneath the foundation of them. So if they do fire them later, they can't take it with them.
Intern, quickly write that down. But that's what I mean. A lot of that is. I mean, like a lot of these guys. Like we had a version of it with a Daily Wire sort of thing and stuff like. But but the thing is with that, I've seen that strategies on me, and we works with a couple of people who like can speak can look.
Well, they're all media types.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. So they're all people who are basically trained actors. And like I've seen some videos in crypto too. I think I mentioned one a couple weeks ago when we were talking. Like this one guy, he was talking about crypto, and then he said something so off, but it was just part of the script that he was reading. But if he was actually in crypto, he wouldn't have said it like that, right? And so I was like, oh, this guy's a fucking actor and stuff like that. So there's a lot of channels. I think there's probably more channels than people know about that are probably owned by large media companies that are built on YouTube because they know YouTube is the new TV. I mean, I think the amount of people watching YouTube on TV now is a lot more than on what it used to be. Is like it used to be more heavy mobile and PC, and now it's going like heavier towards smart TVs and stuff like that too. So
I mean, I watch quite a lot on the TV and stuff. Where like, but just because you wake up in bed and shit, you're like, I ain't getting up. You're like you'll turn the TV on and watch stuff and everything like that. It's more comfortable, and then but like
it's more curated than like if you turn on cable these days.
Yeah, I mean, I was so early on that too. Like I was like I abandoned TV as soon as I discovered YouTube.
Well, I mean, think about it. Most of these solutions are made for our generation, right? So older millennials. Yes, we are.
I'm more in the younger side of that. I know I am. I can show you. I can show you the numbers, Charlie.
Well, you were what?
I'm 91.
Okay, so yeah, technically you are.
Eat shit. Look me in with the olds. No.
One of us.
No. 40 coming like no.
Early 90s is essentially the late 80s.
Look, every person, I don't care. I think after 60, no one cares anymore. But like every year, like I don't care who you are. 20 hits you when you're 19, you turn 20, you're like, oh shit. But you're kind of excited because I'm gonna be in the 21 in America. It's like I can have alcohol. Yeah. It's whatever, dog. Like it's anything you're deprived of.
Yeah,
you're like it's like you're pussy deprived. Oh my god, what was the famous quote? The places my dick's taking me, I wouldn't go with gun. My dick's taking me to places I would never even go with the gun with, like that sort of shit, right? And the same thing, 30 is one of the realest ones. God damn, like when you
40 is a little bit worse.
It gets because that is truly like you're starting to like accept like I'm giving away.
Then you look at your mortality.
Yeah,
because 30 was more like you're lying to yourself. You're like, I'm still in my 20s. Until you're like 34 and you're like,
I still think I'm like 28 right now. I really do.
It took until like 34. 14, it was like 34, 35 until you're like, oh shit, yeah, I guess I am in my 30s. It's like, yeah, it's not that bad by that point, but yeah, it's kind of funny how that works.
Early millennials can't handle alcohol. Oh, I think certain ones. I mean, that's actually false. The thing is, we're in the lowest consumption of alcohol ever right now.
Yeah,
as a percentage,
it's starting to get unpopular. Yeah.
You know what it all started? Like I saw I don't know if I said this on the last Moon Gang with you on your channel. Check it out, by the way. But I talked about like, a lot of the best arts were created during a time where basically people were chain smoking cigarettes, and like we've lost that. And so like, I am happy to see nicotine on the rise a little bit, but it is sort of true though. Like, people are like, do you know when America started getting fatter? It's because we were all smoking cigarettes, not eating, and we were healthier and shit. And we were creating unbelievable movies and art and stuff like this. And then what's happened? We've stopped smoking, we've stopped drinking, and look at the decay of our society. The decay of society started when we stopped smoking.
Society does need to be a little degenerate. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you have to release release the inhibitions of my will.
Some people have requested karaoke in the crypto.
I know, and I've absolutely denied it.
I don't know about that one.
I went to a Pulse Chain conference where they're doing karaoke. I walked in and I walked out.
I walked in and I saw BitBoy singing, and I'm like, yeah, maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe
we turned around on this one,
and we killed it on Craps that day.
Yeah,
that was such. We were pretty shit faced though. Like I was saying, but that was so. It was such a great. Which casino was that? Was that the Venetian?
Was the Plaza.
That was the Plaza. Okay, really good. The Plaza and the Venetian are very Asian-y.
Oh yeah, dude. I almost asked them. I'm like, who owns these places? Right? It's not somebody from.
Who owns
America.
any of us? Oh, okay, dog. All right, let's calm down.
Well, like Resorts World is definitely Singaporean.
Yeah, it's. They finally made a profit last month. No, I'm serious. They made $18 million. That was the first profit they've had.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I think it took the Circa until like they had to like revamp it twice before somebody made profit on the Circa.
Yeah.
But yeah. What do we got there for Mike Tyson?
The tables are absolute. I mean, I like the Circa. The ambiance of looking at it, like it's fun. Like slots are okay there and stuff like that. It's very good. But like, man, we have not done good on those. That craps tables are
Circa just rinses people, but Mike Tyson says the Chiefs' Travis Kelce reportedly got $20 million from Pfizer to promote the COVID booster, more than a $17 million NFL salary. If Pfizer offered you $100 million, would you promote the booster for cash?
Look,
$100 million.
Some of you guys need a boost. I mean, I've read some of the comments in the comment section, and honestly, you might have to go in for a boost, bros. I mean,
if you get a heart attack, I heard. You could just take like what's that called, like Advil or something?
Yeah,
you'd be good to go.
Look, Clarence. Look, that is kind of funny. No, I mean, well,
yeah. I mean, $100 million is $100 million because like it only took a 10x to get to $1 billion.
You guys take the shot.
Hey, well, I think it was James Corden did the craziest shit. Like, if you ever watch, like, he did like a thing with Ariana Grande. He did like a whole musical about like how to get.
He's
shot.
Like a little fatter, like kind of like
He quit though, but like during COVID, I think he quit. But like he did like the whole crazy like I bet you they paid him $100 billion for that shit.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Yeah, for 2015, nah, dog. But like 100, I'd be like, you guys, look at the picture. Look, we're gonna have the sickest CMC meetup.
True.
The sickest.
We'll get a super yacht.
With super yacht and shit. $1 million giveaway. Literally straight up cash money, bro. We're gonna ball out of control, bro. Balls are on us, dog. we're gonna ball out, dog. Don't miss out.
I think somebody in the chat said there was another super chat we might have missed. Really? I don't know. There's probably a few. Let's see. Do I read that one?
Yeah. They live with the $10 super chat. Looking to a 5x to 10x this cycle would be great, but nothing close to not looking close. Low fee, Titan X look good, but nothing else feels true. Moonshot potential. Pepe, Doge, Bonk feel too stable to have huge returns. Well, they have done good returns. Doge really hasn't really run yet. Bonk has run a little bit.
I haven't looked at Titan X recently.
I mean, it's probably run okay from its after the Giga crash, but I don't know. Maybe Charlie pull up that right there and stuff like that. Low fee is literally at its bottom right now. I mean,
low fee is looking pretty good.
Yeah, those have potentials. Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't look like that because you need to look. Ethereum is not really like it touched its all time high. You have to sustain you have to sustain the all time high and above it. Then it's like right now with nobody, right? Like nobody's literally at its all time high. Look, it just made a new all time high right now. Another one. Okay, just peaked a little higher. Nobody.
Oh yeah.
Just peaked again, right? It's
inching towards Titan X isn't looking good either. Like it's just
Titan X is trash.
It's just
Zen trash. I mean, any of those coins are trash, dogs. I mean, come on, you guys. No. Jack Levin trash. No,
pretty much. Yeah. But no, Lofi is looking pretty good.
Yeah,
and Bonk hasn't done too much, but Pepe is looking pretty good. I mean, Pepe is always going to run with Ethereum. So
yeah. The thing is, you have to look, Clarence. Look, you have to look at there's going to be an ETF for Doge, but they're moving like molasses, right? They're saying we're supposed to get all these ETFs are supposed to come out early this quarter, and they've all been just kicking cans down the road. Some of them have just barely put out their S1s and stuff like that. So we're looking at quarter 4 to quarter 1.
Kind of what it seemed to me is they're chunking them up so that way they can basically have a big impact on the market. Boom, this ETF, Solana, Ripple.
But I hope they give them a week individual, not just the same day. I hope it's nothing like that.
Yeah, because that could take the wind out of it too, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be exciting. It's wow, but
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of the most homosexual cycles ever. It has not been that great, honestly, but it has been great too. If you actually threw in heavy, you did okay, but it's just been a long road because people get very used. So let's just say you're at a meme coin portfolio and it was 10 grand. Now it's 80. You're very used to it at 80 now. You're it's been at 80 for 7 months now. It's almost like you forget the gratefulness of how much you're actually up already. And then that's what, and then two, especially if you have this portfolio and that portfolio, sometimes some guys are very structured, but I find the guys who have every piece of their portfolio on a thing that tells them exactly how much the actual net worth are, they lose a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
And it's easier to hold when you just look at everything differently.
Yeah. When you see it just moving every day, it's oh my God, it's I'm rich, I'm poor.
But people are crying for TradFi.
Yeah.
You got, I'm not saying you guys, our guys are great, but a lot of people are we need TradFi money. This is kind of what happened in 17. It hit in kind of mid 17. Eventually Bitcoin doubled and then down, TradFi is kind of slow like molasses, but we're getting a fusion of that right now. And then
we just need retail to come and fuck up TradFi every once in a while. I was saying this on my stream on Friday.
Yeah.
When CZ felt more free in the market, last few cycles, he would, when it was because right now crypto's at a tipping point. It's leading more bearish going into the Fed cuts, but it's primed right now. So if there was a few whales that come in and just start pushing stuff up, right, it would likely follow through. And then if retail's there to buy up that price, you usually get a really good push to the upside. But CZ this cycle, right, he was put away for a few months, and then also he what do you call it? Now I think he's on probation or something like that. But they're trying to get it passed, I think, through the CFTC that you can American citizens would be able to start using KYC international exchanges. So once that happens, I think next cycle you're going to see the old CZ come back and start slightly manipulating the market in a good way, in our benefit.
Slightly.
But now he'll be one of them. Yeah, exactly. Right. He'll be one of them.
4 billion, 4 months, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, how much did he make? Didn't we calculate it one time?
He made like $25 million a day at least doing nothing in prison, basically. But yeah, so no, at the end of the day, CZ just like, we need somebody who's positive to crypto that gets retail going.
And understands it too. And like you have to chum the water.
Right. And he knows exactly when to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this cycle that's just not happening because retail's not here. And then B, he's still a little bit on the hook. So he's waiting until he's completely off before.
Kyle, share the screen for 1 second. So look, you guys are going to come back to us one day and this is like, you're going to be at your jobs and stuff. And this is what you're going to do. Oh, okay. Well, let me unshare. God damn it. Well, basically, a lot of only do this, of course, when you've secured the bag and you've sold, not just because your portfolio's up. You have to actually take some profits. But you go to your job, you're just like, it's like I don't care anymore. I'm trying to get fired.
Like when you hate every coworker you work with.
Everybody, bro. Everybody.
Like, screw off.
But interesting, yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can not share. Yeah. Sorry. What's up with the RH devices? It's good. It's gonna cause fervor. I mean, I like that Richard's talking about people were bitching and moaning about Hexa 10,000. We did it. Mm-hmm. Which we did. Yeah, we actually did. Like I will say, we actually did, man. Ricky Romero. God damn it, Ricky. Miguel, you sound a little bearish yesterday on Sonic. You said you only see it going past 60 cents. No, it's just like I got to the end of this. I was beat down with how I was beating the shit out of everybody in the chat. And then I got to the end of it, and then I was like, I've got super chats to go. Let me see it. And then I was like, Miguel, I want you to intimately describe the intimate factor of all these 4 cryptocurrencies. And it was like such a ridiculous one, and I did it too. And I was like, oh my god. Like I finished one. How many more I got? He's like, it's like Miguel, you got 2 more. You got 2 more miles. Oh my god! And I did it, and I was just like, well, I'm not gonna. I said on these predictions is not to blow smoke up your ass, just to be careful and shit.
Well,
like,
yeah,
it can go to $1. I think it will go to $1 by the end of the year. But like, just to safely make sure this guy doesn't like fuck himself. He's like, hey, it's 60 cents.
No, you got to give conservative price targets for people asking certain things. But then also, like, what do you call it? We were talking about this earlier today. We were like last year. We were going into Q4. We said Q4 is going to be the best part of the whole year for crypto, and it was. But we also said like we could see Bitcoin getting to 100K in like January or February. It got there in freaking November, December, right? It got there way sooner than what we thought. So kind of the same thing now going into I think October. You got like August and September are kind of your accumulation months,
right?
And then I think October, November are going to be really good. Maybe partially into December, and what do you call it? That's what people kind of underestimate about cryptos, how fast it can go up. I think, Bitcoin going from where it's at now to 160, and then Ethereum going from where it's at now to like 7,500, like that whole move is probably the most likely move within this calendar year.
Yeah.
If you're to make it easy numbers, 175 Bitcoin, 8,500 Ethereum, something like that, right? By the end of the year, very, very possible, if not likely, if we're still in a bull market, right? If you were to go to like the crazy numbers we could get to by the end of the year, if things were like absolutely crazy, right? Then you're like $220,000 Bitcoin, pretty much cycle top numbers, 12K, 16K Ethereum, stuff like that. But, so anything's possible here. It's just a matter of what's the most probable outcome. And I do think we bleed into next year.
Yeah.
And that's going to throw a lot of people off. Everybody's like 4-year cycle's dead, and like because they don't understand cycles. And then, Wall Street always wants the offbeat when it comes to crypto. They're like, okay, you guys are expecting dun dun, and we're gonna do dun dun dun. It's like they just like change it up one beat. That's it. Oh, I don't have the drum roll on yours. No, it's fine. But so like they literally are just like, what are crypto people expecting? How can we just throw it off just a bit, but keep the narrative going so that it still does go up?
You know what pisses me off about the audience?
The fact that they are happy about life.
Yeah. No. No, our audience is great, and I really appreciate our audience. But like, I get the one thing that does tick me off a little bit is like they're like, we want alpha, we want sauce. Okay, then I bring on a really big guest and a really big, and then they're like,
right.
I'm
not going to watch this one. Yeah.
Wait, Myron told me don't trust Somalians. But like it's like you guys, like this is like he's running the top DApp on the entire chain, literally, and other ones too. That
but Sonic's 30 cents, bro.
Yeah, but Sonic's 30 cents. That's right. Yeah. You're only as good as your last fuck, right?
Yeah.
And it was tortas. Kyle, share the screen for a second. So this is kind of a rundown right here of like full screen it. Of like what's happening with Sonic right now because of the added supplies. Most of this has not been added just yet, but this is the approximation of all the extra added supply to Sonic. So the current circulating supply, it's like 60%. Like right now, we're playing with this right now, and block rewards initial 4 years, like that's going to drip in over 4 years basically. So it's a very small sliver here. Airdrop, the airdrop that's happening, and look how small it's very small, but like it's getting divvied out. The ETF allocation. 3.4%. That's the NASDAQ stuff. It's a small sliver. Like I think it's this one, right? Then Sonic USA, also 3.2%. So very small. But we have ongoing funding, 6%. And then we have block rewards of the first 4 years. NASDAQ pipe. This is the big one, right? The pipeline development, another 6.8. So, this is so about 40% is extras and stuff. Some have hit a little bit, like some of them are inconsequential, but overall we've added it's going to be a 40% added to supply in 4 years.
Okay.
So some of it's not going to be enacted until a year later. So it's kind of roughly like, it's like 15% basically. So like,
and how much of that within the next, let's say 6 to 9 months?
I would say probably the ETF allocation, Sonic USA and pipe. So it's 3, 6. So probably like 13%.
Okay.
13%. Yeah. So which is like something akin to about like a 20% increase of supply to current from the 60%.
Right.
Yeah. So it's significant. And then the airdrop, of course. Yeah. So 4%. So it's close. So probably, so it's probably closer to like a 30% increase of supply.
Right. So kind of bring down targets by a third.
If
that gets
max.
Right?
Max.
If you're
because
going to be like
the NASDAQ stuff is getting, this has a 3-year lock.
Okay.
That has a 3-year lock, but some,
and that's the easiest one in terms of Wall Street stuff to actually get implemented as well.
Yeah. And this is smart because it's like they were going to get it anyway, so let's force it to happen and like make some inroads, because they had been talking about it even before Sonic launched. They were talking about either Texas, Florida, or New York. They wanted New York. It's smart. Like this is really, really smart. Like an ETF, they're basically going for NASDAQ listing, which a lot of companies are trying to get NASDAQ listings. Yep. We've actually had another kind of move. Like you can put us back up, Kyle. Another thing of like ascending the Citadel a little bit. Sailor just missed out on being in the S&P 500.
Yeah,
just missed it.
Did Robinhood get in?
Robinhood got in.
Yeah, I think that's who got the space, right?
Probably better. I mean, probably a little better, but like we can get the Sailor. We can get Sailor in there eventually, but you want Tom Lee gets it first. Whoo, boy! But that is like what's happening. That's kind of what's happening right now. You guys I don't see that many other blockchains that are doing those kind of moves. Also, too, you also have a little bit of an outing where like XRP is getting kind of pushed out, and a lot of the things that I've been saying and Charlie's been saying for a while about XRP and Swift, Swift's not going to let himself die. Basically, Swift is going to be like, we're going to still be around, but we're going to be a hybrid system now. Right. And Swift has it out for XRP because XRP has been talking a lot of shit for a long time about Swift. All right, we're going to fuck you up. And this is why like their CIO basically was really ranting on them and saying like, what foreign country is going to give all their keys to all their fucking money, which we've been saying forever. Because I said game theory. Yeah, let's game theory this out. Why would I give my competitor? It's like giving my main competitor is Microsoft. I'm going to give Microsoft full control of my fucking customer list. What am I, stupid? Like that's insane.
IBM was.
Yeah, well, but actually one thing interesting about IBM was kind of obviously like big evil corporate drone and stuff, but they divvied stuff up pretty fair. Like they let the industry kind of get in.
They weren't going to do anything with the tech, and so then they just gave it to Apple and Microsoft, which is kind of funny. So it's like, I guess like if they weren't taking crypto seriously, then that's where Ripple would still be a threat. I think just it'll be interesting to see kind of where Ripple does kind of get in, because I think they're gonna force their way in. I think they're gonna stick around, but I mean, if they were gonna die, they would have died a horrible death already. So unfortunately, Ripple will be a cockroach to some extent.
Yeah, I mean, what was that? The thing with like what's it called? Yeah. So anyway, yeah, IBM has marbles, but in this, I mean, that's kind of what's happening with Sonic right now. I think it's really bullish. You have to try to get in somewhere like this is a US led market. This is what you have to do it now. It is what it is. And they're in a good position. Michael Kong is going to lead basically Sonic as the main CEO for America and Sonic from New York. And he's still going to have a leadership role, but he's stepping back to fully run Flying Tulip as its main thing. So he's like, this is the first time like I'm gonna take portions of the actual supply and I'm gonna try to make money with this and do stuff with this. And it's gonna be multi-chain, which I was talking to $24. He kind of was like, he's like, I see both sides. I'm a little pissed that he's doing it too. But I understand too why. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think if like I said this about Pulse Chain in the very early time, I'm like, yes, you could try to be better than every other chain and like market yourself that way. But if you're on an island and there's no liquidity coming to your island, like the trees are going to die, right? Versus if you make partnerships, you go cross chain. Yeah, some of your resources will get bled out every once in a while,
right?
But overall, you're going to have a much healthier ecosystem long term because you need collaboration in crypto. And I think that's one thing, the tribalism in crypto up until now has been so strong that a lot of people are like, yes, we will never make alliances. And then I think it's the ones who do early, like right now this cycle, that are in the background making alliances with other crypto teams, but then also with Wall Street. Those are the ones that are going to be more successful long term because they got like their more tentacles on different places.
Is I throw out my 2 cents of like strategy to use Flying Tulip. I think Flying Tulip when it goes on Sonic is going to at least add about 1 billion TVL. So it'll take about a lot. It's a lot, yeah. I think it's pretty much going to, because I mean they've raised a decent amount of money. They're basically a direct competitor to Hyperliquid, but because of the Sonic tech side, it's going to perform a lot better than. And they've done certain things like, I mean, I can't say all the stuff because I got in the background and stuff, but like they have set it up in a ways where they don't get the same failures that Hyperliquid did and stuff, and especially in the beginning. Okay, so what they're going to start initially on Sonic. I think it's going to bring a lot of money to Sonic. What I said to them is I think the smartest move, chessboard right now is to go where like there's less competition but more eyeballs. So go on to fucking Solana and dominate on Solana. Then from there, if you want to stick it to base protocol, that would be the interesting, because then base protocol could have allegations of you're shutting down your. Because like the main reason why they're going multi-chain is they don't want another aerodrome incident with borrowing their tech and stuff and stealing tech and stuff like that. And like
it probably will happen.
I think this is why they went to New York.
Oh, I see. To kind of get IP and yeah.
And we know that when Andre and the team are cooking, they cook really revolutionary shit. Yeah, and they cook now. And we know
good lawyers.
Yeah, good lawyers and stuff. And like that's the only thing I can think of why New York really.
Well, yeah, I mean the Winklevoss with Gemini and then Ripple. Yeah, they're all getting in New York. I mean, New York is the financial hub of the world, right? So when it comes to Wall Street,
but they paid the dues in blood though to be in New York, because it was a huge hindrance to Gemini.
Yeah,
to be in New York, it really was.
No, yeah, and so I think it's becoming an area where it's like it's like you can get in, you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere, kind of thing, right? It's the same thing with that for crypto, because New York's, the financial hub of the world. They're not going to, like just let crypto be without getting a piece. So maybe there's some sort of advantage. I think it's so difficult, the regulations in New York. Like if you can get regulated properly there, you're pretty much properly regulated everywhere else in the world to some extent. Like that's probably something along those lines, I would guess.
And then also like the New York, like basically
all the connections
in there, the lawyers, and that means like you're gonna if some little rinky-dink company or whatever or company, they're gonna fucking smack them up. And they're also very friendly terms with people in NASDAQ, and then you're gonna get some problems if you're trying to go public. You know what I mean? Especially so like
Kraken's trying to do that.
Gemini and crypto.com. It's no wonder right now, like if you actually look at it in crypto card race, there's a huge race going on for giving points away right now. Like actually the coin I didn't even know this. Coinbase just started a credit card too. They have one where like you get 5% back for the first like $10,000 of spending and stuff, and then they lower you down to like 2% or something like that, and then everywhere in between and stuff. And then I think the Gemini card's more of a better one to just overall, and then the Crow ones might be better but you have to like lock a certain amount. So which is that's like if you have to already have the capital in the Crow token to lock up to do those stuff.
Better rate.
Yeah, and for those cards, I think they're only worth it if you're like let's just say we had a company where like we have to spend about $3 million a month in material costs or something, like no matter what, those points are fucking valuable. Very valuable.
Definitely.
I scroll them away in XRP. For 6 years, Charlie, I haven't told you. But we're rich. We're rich.
Oh my god,
we're rich.
$10,000
XRP.
$10 XRP now.
Yeah. Who is this again? Oh, Andre. Yeah, Andre I always fuck his last name up, but like
Conrad
or something. Conrad.
Yeah, we'll go with
Conrad.
Yeah.
No, but Andre's top 3. I don't know who that like, but it's like top 3 developers living in the space. He's made a lot of stuff, and very confident team. They build really high quality stuff, and if you guys don't know this, a lot of the upgrades are going to happen to Ethereum was created by Sonic and the Phantom team. And there's a lot of politics going around, right? Like, hey, you now got USDC and stuff, but you scratched a lot of the Ethereum Foundation back. There's GetLab money. There's a lot of that stuff. It's kind of like, hey, I'm ghostwriting for you, but I'm gonna give you access.
Yeah, eventually, what do you call it? They'll make them a star too, kind of thing, right?
Like this, the Coinbase listing was never going to happen. Then Andre started ratioing the founder of or the supposed founder or whoever that was control of Aerodrome, and then Aerodrome's the main deal on Base Protocol. They lose that, they're in huge shit. All the squabbles stopped between these people, and we got a Coinbase listing.
Magic.
How'd that happen? Interesting.
Yeah.
And you think this doesn't? It does happen, you guys. It's humans.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're kind of like going from bucket shop days to early investment. What's that called?
Like
institutional investment.
It's like we're in the 50s or 60s right now.
Yeah, we're like moving decades like quite fast.
Yeah,
like it's like a mixture between like
can't wait to the
like
80s.
Sometime right.
Cocaine filled 80s.
80s with crypto. I think would be like
I'll be in the
either be the next cycle, like the 29
could be
cycle to the 33 cycle, maybe probably the 33 cycle, because that's where it's like institutional investment style, like it's very like a big wave.
I mean, the discussions are going to be
if we buy 5 RMs, okay, it's so much easier to move them around than art.
We can't move the money, Louis.
Papa, it's just so much simpler to be buying watches as opposed to art pieces.
Watches, art. I don't understand what you are saying.
We're talking about the putain money laundering issue that
money laundering. Louis, we are not a drug cartel. We don't do money laundering.
No, I know money. I meant tax avoidance.
Tax avoidance. Ah, man, ça va. Okay. Buy the watches. Okay, I didn't know what you meant. Why you don't say what you mean?
Why don't you say what you don't mean? So we got a super chat from They Are Live. XPF 6900 Moonshot thinking about aping, or is it obvious that ETH goes up now? Well, here's the one little problem is that the founder of that token has, and I do think he is a man of his word, at least when he says that's publicly. He said he's going to be divesting out of all his coins in quarter 4 of this year. He said that. So this is sort of like a bullet instead of in the chamber, but kind of to the head a little bit. So it's very popular. It's going to do very well. A lot of the coins that are on his lists and stuff, even like Gigas and stuff like that, are like, kind of down right now, but like XPF is pretty good. Farcoin's on the list, but it's doing pretty good as well. But it's going to move up, and then he's going to announce he's going to sell, and I promise you it's going to go like, like even if he sells me a little bit, it's going to be like
just the narrative.
But even though he's telegraphed, I mean, like as much as like Charlie Lee telegraphed it, it's like still people are like, you motherfucker,
dude. Everybody always is like, oh, it's baked into the market. The market's already never.
Not in crypto.
Like with anything, it's almost never baked in. Like, people always still like on the day when there's news get surprised by shit.
I'll get very interested in this coin on that dip.
Right.
That's when, because I'm trying to value invest.
Right now it just kind of keeps pace with the market. It's not too amazing.
I mean, there's a new type of investment you might want to check.
Do something called investing. This started with Papa John's Pizza years ago. He dropped the N-bomb years ago, and the stock of Papa John's plummeted on pure emotion. People are like, oh, it's terrible. People still like the pizza. The fundamentals didn't change. So I just bought the shit out of the stock. 2 days later, it was right back where it was.
Ooh, that's a smart move.
And I call it investing because of that. So I look for these emotional drops in stock. So the other day with the Cracker Barrel thing, it's like no one really gives a shit about the rebranding. So the stock plummeted.
So
I jumped money in 2 days. It wasn't a big hit, but $2,000 in 2 days. I pulled out. It went back down. I'm like, fine. Investing works, people.
It's socially, what you just said was abhorrent, but fiscally pretty wise.
Yes, I'm fiscally racist.
Pretty wise.
I'm very liberal, but I'm.
So the fundamentals changed on Sonic.
Yeah. I'm investing, Charlie. I'm investing.
Fundamentals have just gotten better. So
I'm really going to, I'm going to say that on Fresh and Fit. I'm investing. But that's kind of what we're doing with this one, right? So like once we wait for those events, it's oversold. And then I look, could this come back? And then I look, people are so passionate about it. How do we have time in the cycle left? All right, let's take a shot on it. And then that recovery pump's nice. It's going to have a boring period. That's where I've gotten really good at, like, because I bought like in crypto, sometimes it does rebound really quickly, but a lot of times these events are terrible and they really crash bad. But then the investing gets me into some profits initially after the buy, and then it's just this waiting for a while. I've gotten used to that wait, and then when it fucking skyrockets, it's just glorious, right? So investing, yes, that's right. So let me share my screen real quick. Kyle, could you mind sharing my screen? If you guys haven't signed up already, man, join the Citadel, you guys. We are at 550. No, even more actually. I think it's more now. Like we're getting some. The Citadel keeps growing, you guys. We're doing webinars. I'm doing secret AMAs and recorded in the nights and stuff like that. For every month that you're in the Citadel, you get $50 off the next Crypto Mindset course. And hey, the next Crypto Mindset course is coming on the
September 19th.
Yeah, 2 days after the rate cuts.
Imagine that.
We're going to be on F&F on the 19th and the 22nd. And on the 22nd, that's the Monday open after the rate cuts.
Where's the suspense when you need it?
I'll just go.
Yes.
Why will we do this? Interesting timing. But we keep the sit. We invite during the Crypto Mindset course when we are live teaching classes. We are off of YouTube. We invite the Citadel to certain webinars and stuff just as a way to keep them fresh and revived and stuff. We pay attention to the Citadel during the Crypto Mindset course. We're completely off of YouTube. Last time we were gone for a month and some. A full month and change.
Yeah, and this will be the majority of October into the
October.
Yeah, majority of October will be focused on the Citadel and the Crypto Mindset courses. Right?
Wow. You guys better sign up. Man, you guys are going to get cooked if you're not with us in October, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be boring as hell, too. Like, it's way more fun with the Moon Gang. That's for damn sure.
Is there another rate cut in October, Charlie?
October 22nd. Actually, yes.
You're telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance.
There's a chance. It is very likely that we are going to get a rate cut in October. Now, there's a December meeting and an October meeting. Okay, you guys? It's most likely we're going to get 2 back-to-back cuts. December is going to be like the rest period, probably for them to see how things shake out and everything like that. So those cuts can be interesting. Now, I would love to see a 50 basis point cut. This is something that we're going to be talking very heavy duty in the Citadel. Right. I have done one where like I wasn't able to do a Fed talk. I said my version of the Federal Reserve talk. So I had it in the Citadel. So I'm answering questions in there. And then we also I give updates during the Crypto Mindset courses and stuff, and the cash out courses now as well and stuff. One day during a bear market, we are going to have the crash out course. It's going to be beautiful. Very beautiful, but not yet. That is the Citadel. And also every Monday we have something really interesting that happened. So we have a weekly newsletter that goes over the top cryptocurrencies and sort of news events happening in crypto. We have now incorporated AI and we have a podcast.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's like we have a dude and a chick literally talking back and forth and discussing what the newsletter. It's so crazy. I was literally listening the other day. I was like, wow, technology
is interesting.
It's so interesting. Yeah.
And they kind of help to describe a little bit of the importance and details behind, like, why is it important to be following this Bitcoin price, or what's happening here with Ethereum or whatever, So yeah, I think for people who are going to work on a Monday, and they're just like, or coming home from work on a Monday, they're like, in the car or on the somewhere where they can't like read the full newsletter, they can at least listen to the podcast, the AI podcast on it, and it goes over I would say the majority of the information, if not all of it. And then you can, when you get home, you can take a look at the newsletter and really
Skynet is live in the CMC. That's right. Yeah.
No, we're Skynetting this shit up for sure. We're actually one of the things that we're working on that I've mentioned on my channel a few times for the crypto mindset course, and then we might roll this out. Well, we'll definitely roll it out for other stuff later. But what my goal is for this next crypto mindset course is that we have the basic version of AI Charlie and Miguel.
Yep.
And then during because like a lot of people ask like, oh, in that webinar where they talked about the top 50 coins, like what price targets did they give on XYZ coin or whatever, right? Or what are the most recent thoughts on Sonic or whatever, right? Yeah. People ask that question in the chat all the time. It's like a game of telephone, right? They'll ask and they'll get a different answer from each person. So the basic version of AI Charlie and Miguel, I want it to, because like price information, when it hears that stuff, is relatively easy for it to like be able to prompt.
Right.
And so I think you'll be able to come into, if we get it right by the time we get into the crypto mindset course, you'll be able to come in there and be like, okay, in webinar number 2, right? Yeah. What did Charlie and Miguel say about Bitcoin's price or stuff like that? That way, you kind of have like, not a cheat sheet, kind of is, to be honest. I know some people abuse that and like won't actually watch a webinar and like take the AI's word for it and then invest based on that. Don't do that, right? Because we're going to definitely tell people how to use it properly, because there's a lot of ways you could abuse that and like it'd be overly simplistic. Exactly.
Abdul, get the rocks.
So the stuff like that will just be easier for people to like basically intake our information in different ways.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is one thing. I mean, I had requested like an audio version of it because I'm like a big auditory listener. Yeah. And it's made like, I always read the newsletter, but I love like,
it's way easier just to,
and it's not just like on December 17th, 1941.
It's not like one of those green and black computers. It's like,
it's actually two people talk, and they even have a little clips back and forth a little bit. What
they explain, they actually explain stuff a little bit beyond what the newsletter says. Yeah.
So it's really cool. And you can hear the interest in their voice and stuff. So it's like,
and we're going to change up the voices too. Like we're just going to play around with stuff. So it'd be a good time.
A young Hitler. Genghis Khan.
Hey, one day maybe.
Yeah, one day.
Condescending valley
so
girl.
Before we head out, you guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about Nobody, just because I keep getting this question. I think it's on my mind. So right now, I think maximum it's probably going to go by maybe like the 95 million market cap, and it could top out here at the 90s. I would probably take some profit here, 10, 15, 20% of your coins into like either Solana or USDC, and then hopefully it kind of comes back. That's usually the moves it's been doing. It does these moves. Now this is more of a dramatic move. This is probably more of the move I'm looking to see right now, because as long as we don't get like a very bad opening or like Bitcoin crashing down, I don't see a reason for it to like go this low.
Yeah.
But something like this, basically more of like, I would say closer to like a 30% downwards move or something, because it just cracked a new all-time high of like 93, and maybe it can go down to here or something like 66. So taking a 10, 15, 20%, depending on if you're trading it or not, or if not, just leave it alone.
Yeah. I think it's good to shave off some profit. I mean, it's fucking new all-time highs.
New all-time highs, and oh no, it went to 95, but then it crashes to 60. You still earn profit. It doesn't, because you got more coins. You're in cold. I've been using these dips here. I've used to, and I shave profits here, here, and here. That I'm going to watch the charges just notch. But this is where I would take profits, a little bit, just because it's,
cultivate some Solana.
Yeah, it's very unlikely it's going to go above 100 unless we get a very dramatic move in Solana, like 240, 240. And then it's just said it's getting listed on more exchanges. Then they can hit 100 and something, but it doesn't matter, because you're still in profits. You're able to shave more profits off, and then when it does do that dramatic drop, because if the first time it breaks 100, maybe goes to 120 million market cap, the dip's going to be significant.
Oh yeah,
usually 50,
at least 50. At least
50. Look at this move right here. I mean, it went from like a $3 million market cap, $4 million market cap, upwards up to like, what is that? 60 million, down to 10.
It's a big drop.
Now look at this. Okay, let's call it 65 million, 25 million. All right, 83 million, basically 50 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the next drop would come to those previous all-time highs.
Yeah.
Area that'd be a nice next scoop. Yeah.
So, listen or don't, it's up to you.
Hey,
you push the green or red button. It's up to you at the end of the day. I'm just talking what I'm going to do with my bags. So,
yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
So with that, man, thank you guys so much for joining us, and of course, thank you guys for joining you guys, and we'll catch you guys next week on Moongang. I also want to announce that next Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will be having Crypto Oasis with Donovan Sharp.
Oh yeah, yep.
So
it's been a while since we had that.
Yeah, and then Charlie's back on YouTube Tuesday.
Yep, Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday through Friday. We'll be talking crypto here, and I think there'll be volatility coming in on Monday and Tuesday. So watch. Basically, if Bitcoin gets above 114 for more than 2 to 3 days, we're in a good spot. We can pump into the Fed meeting. If we go below 107, pretty much at all, we're probably dumping into the Fed meeting. So that's the to be or not to be, right?
Yeah, I wanted to give you guys a little sauce at the end of the stream, just for the guys who stayed.
With us the whole time. Good. Yeah.
I'll be on tomorrow on an early stream at 2 p.m. and then my next stream will be Wednesday and then Saturday.
Nice.
So after the Donovan Sharp stream. So,
beautiful,
man. Thank you guys for joining me. And shout out to all the news people in the Citadel and the Crypto Mindset course coming soon. So with that, man, thank you. Peace.